Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Rama Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama. Good morning, everybody. Everyone, Lalita. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Bol. Good morning. Hare Krishna, Evo, welcome. Thank you for coming. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It's time to forget about the whole material world and enter Vrindavan. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hey, Hare Krishna, welcome. I've been missing you. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Gauranga Nityananda Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh man, Krishna, oh so oh yeah, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Nitai, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Nitai, Nitai, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna. There's the link if anybody wants to come on. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada. Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta-vrinda, Jesus Prabhupada, Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta-vrinda. Nityananda Gauranga, Nityananda Gauranga, Nityananda Gauranga, Nityananda Gauranga, Nityananda Gauranga, Nityananda, 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 Gauranga, 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 Nityananda Gauranga, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda Gauranga, 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 Nityananda Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda Gauranga, 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 Nityananda Gauranga, Nityananda Gauranga, Gauranga, Gauranga. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna. Woo! Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Gauranga, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. All right, Hare Krishna.
Damn, Angel made this one.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, All right.
Damn, Angel made this one.
So maybe we'll read a little bit now. How's everybody doing? Welcome, Christina. Thank you for joining us today. Anybody else? Come on.
I'd like to say something, Guru.
Go ahead.
This morning was amazing. I put a video on my Facebook, one, and the next one is coming. I started praying to Krishna, I think at 10:30, and I had been laughing and crying until you came on, and it was wonderful. It was great. So I'm very grateful for this gift that you gave me, and I want to express my gratefulness and to share it and to be here for a while to share it with all of you. And if you want to see it, it's on my Facebook, and it's wonderful. So I feel great. Thank you. Oh, the sound is gone for me, Guru.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I hear you now.
Okay, yeah. Well, when I speak, you got to mute. Otherwise, it does garbled stuff. Yeah, yeah. So that's great. Yeah, this is awesome. Yeah, yeah. Keep coming back and sharing. It really helps a lot. It helps everybody because everybody makes a difference here. Especially people see you for a while, then they where did she go? It's just yeah. So come as often as you can, and it'll inspire you and inspire others. This is how we make real advancement. Yeah, that's great. It's family affair. We need all the help we can get here in this world, especially now, these times. Okay, so let's read one of Srimad Bhagavatam lecture with Prabhupada here. And I started doing this the other day, and it was kind of fun. It's like so let's just see where it goes here. Okay, this Srimad Bhagavatam, he's London, 1971. Prabhupada says, "Is it all right? Working?" Devotee, yes, it's working. Prabhupada, where is spectacle? Yes, chant. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Pradyumna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Prabhupada and the devotees repeat. Prabhupada says, Jammadi Yasyo Yato. Anyway, it goes a big long thing. So, and Prabhupada says, so Vyasadeva is offering his obeisances to Satyam Param, the absolute truth, not to the relative truth. I love that. To the absolute truth, not to the relative truth. Everyone has to offer obeisances to somebody in our practical life. At least we have to offer obeisances to the police constable. When you go on the street, as soon as they stop you. So we have to obey. So how you can avoid obeying? Yeah, now this is amazing, man. Oh, I love this. I really like this, man. This is so practical. And so a lot of people are trying to get out of this. They want to be anarchists. They want to get out of obeying, the government. They want to get out of it. But the only way to get out of it really is you have to obey the absolute truth. You got to give respect to the absolute truth. That's the way we get release from the government. Even religion. We can't get release from religion because in religion they still give obeisances to the relative truth. The relative truth is you're not absorbed in the absolute platform. Just like, they put the guru's picture on the altar, right? They put the guru's picture on the altar. But they put mundane guru's pictures on the altar, and that's not right. Because they're still part of the relative truth, even though they're striving to become liberated. See? So we cannot be released from religion until you can know that religion is materially motivated, and you can't get out of it until you've got the grace of God. You're elevated to the spiritual platform. See? So this is what the real guru teaches. This is what Prabhupada's teaching, actually. He's teaching, give obeisances to the absolute truth. The guru, remember, chapter 1, Adi Leela says, when the Lord's ready to deliver you, he gives you the bona fide guru. See, the bona fide guru, he comes as the bona fide guru, the representing the absolute truth. Genuinely. Really, 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 really. Not practice, not hypocritically. No, really, you can see Satchidananda's here. A real devotee is here. Not a play, this thing, you're a stand-in, like you ever see they have doubles for the real thing, in movies. Not the double, the real person, the absolute truth. So Prabhupada is beautifully put, it's like, yeah, you have to pay obeisances. And so people that are rebellious, they don't have this knowledge. If they understood this, then they can transcend the government, in a sense. Well, you got to obey laws and everything, but you don't have faith in it. You just, oh yeah, okay, this is the law of the land. But it's relative. But I know absolute. Absolute is where my worship goes. Oh, these religious leaders, and give some respect to them. Okay, they're trying to help people and everything. But I don't give my obeisances. It's like Lord Shiva. I mean, I want to live a conclusive life. Do you want to live a conclusive life? Well, you can't lie in that way. You know what lying is? It's not what they think in the relative world. No, that's all. It's all a lie here. Everything, even the mode of goodness, is a big lie. That's the angel of light. Is the what is it? The devil masquerades of an angel of light. That's the mode of goodness. It's still not Krishna's transcendental form, Satchidananda. See, no, you got to worship the truth, the absolute eternal truth. See, that's the key. See? So you can't get at it. A lot of people, I tell you, if these persons would listen here, they would learn how to transcend the government, or feeling like under the thumb of the government. Even if your body is there, you're free in your consciousness. You're free. You're already set free. That's why even, when they had slaves in Rome, the slaves, when they turned their lives over to Christ, they knew they were free inside. The bodies were still in the slavery thing, because that's the way the law of the land was. But still, their soul was free. It was freed up. These people are not free. I don't care. You could be part of the elite. Their soul is not free. Trump is not free. All these big people, the big kings of the world. Biden is not free. None of them are free until your soul is set free. See, it doesn't matter how, I'm a free person. Look at me. I got all the, Bill Gates is not free with all his money and trillions of dollars. He's not free. He's bound by the coverings. Devotees here, they're coming, they're being set free. Your soul, you know it. You're free. You're soaring now. Your soul is free to commune with God, who's free. And if God is free, he makes you free. Why would he want you not to be free if he's free? Right there, Lolita? Isn't it beautiful? Free birds, because we're free in God, man. God is saying, oh, you're taking shelter of me? Well, you can you get released, man. Yeah, you listen to my guru. You listen to my representative. Oh, yeah, no problem. Yeah, he knows me. He knows the guru, and if he knows, only the Father knows the Son, and the Son knows the Father, right? That you heard that, and if oh, hey man, this is the Son, man. This person knows the Father. Hey man, that's how I got free. I got free because I knew, hey, this Jesus Christ knows the Father. I knew, because the Son knows the Father, and the Father knows the Son. When I read that book of John, I says, this person knows God, and boom, that's all. You're justified. The Lord said, okay, you understand now. I knew in my heart, this man knows God, and I'm with him. Boom. And the same thing with Prabhupada. I read that just one verse. I said, boom, the awakening happened in, you see, it's the super soul in the heart. And if it awakens, it shows you the truth. Ah, this man also knows God. Boom. It was there. Freedom. See, most people don't know that. Yeah. See, so the real gurus, usually they come here to teach those who are taught by God, because God is in there. If he away, then you can recognize, otherwise you don't recognize. A lot of people just come here and they think, oh, what's going on here is the same as in ISKCON. You know, I turned on an ISKCON thing and I think, oh my God, what planet are some of these guys from? You know, they're just so caught up. I mean, it doesn't look like they're going to make it here in this life. Many of them. They're like really in some other place, totally like bound up in false identifications, you know, and people are worshiping. See, this is worshiping relative. That's why that's religion, man. You can't get free. No, you got to find the real guru, man. Person who is actually really there. You know, the Lord said, hey, man, this is my devotee. Hey? You don't find that. You've got these other guys. That's religion. These guys, they can't help it. They just, you know, they're just in there for a little bit of name and fame, and it's a good job for them. They don't have to be a shoe salesman. You know, and they got these little brahmacharis collecting for them. It's even religion. You know, there's no awakening. Just, you know, it's just that level. So you're going to pay obeisances there in religion to these religious leaders and sannyasis and gurus who are not really genuine yet. They're not like you know, a diamond is a diamond, right? You know, and a piece of glass is not real. You know, the real devotees are the diamonds. They're the Lord's diamonds in the world. They put them in the world. Can you recognize it? Most people can't. There's more glass around. It's cheaper, right? Yeah, we can just crank out these glass replicas. You see, they wear the thing and they got the rubber stamp. We can crank those out easy. But where's the diamond? See, you find the diamond and you become rich. See, the diamond is the real representative of Krishna, Satchidananda. When you find the diamond, now you're rich, especially when you can recognize it. Truly, from your heart, you say, this is a diamond, you know, and not piece of glass. People are thinking, no, this glass is very valuable. Therefore, they're poor. They stay poor, right? It's kind of simple. They stay poor because they can't recognize a diamond. Hey there. Welcome. Why do you think people have spiritual awakenings here? Because the real deal is here. The real play. I mean, I'm telling you, this is rare stuff. The grace of God for Vaishnavas is very rare to see in this world. People, they're just striving to understand, you know, trying to attain Krishna, right? Krishna's attained here. He comes very easily. We just show up here. And Radha and Krishna are here, both, you know, the sacred, the holiness, that sweetness, that Vrindavan is here. And the conclusive realm of Vrindavan is here. Krishna himself. Krishna is very attractive because devotion is here. Therefore, Krishna is here. Wherever devotion is, that's where God is. He doesn't appear anywhere. Otherwise, it's just like Bhagavad Gita. We're all in the Lord and he's not in us. Doesn't it say Bhagavad Gita? The Lord is, you know, all of us are in him, but he's not in us. But he's in his devotee, that rare diamond. He's in there. Hey, this is exciting. I really like Prabhupada's preaching. So how can you avoid obeying? They are saying that we don't believe in God. God is dead. I am God. But why are you offering obeisances even to a small constable? That means you have to offer obeisances to somebody. That is your position. Yeah, and that is our position, because it's our nature. We're jiva. Jiva what? We have to serve. We're servants and natural servants, everybody. If you serve the illusion, you think you're a master. Because, you're serving the illusion, you develop all these false identifications that you're a master, then it's just, no, you're serving the material energy. Even Bill Gates, he thinks he's a master of all these servants and everything, and he wants to master the world. No, he's a slave of them. He's a slave. He's a slave of lust. He has to have it all. And by the way, I'm just using him as an example because we got to use persons. This is personal philosophy. So thank you very much, Bill Gates and Fauci. Now, see, this is the way it works. He's a slave. He has to have it all. He has to work for it all. He won't be happy, and he still won't be happy. But still, that's called foolishness. You think, when I get it all, when I get everything tracked and traced and controlled, I'm going to be happy. That's why it's not happy. He's got his little house, or big house, with all its little tracking and tracing things and all his things in case, to catch anybody that comes over to go into his house. He's got all that. It's not enough. All these servants, all this stuff is just never enough. So he's a slave of this lust for the material. See? This causes him to take more. When he dies, he's because of that hankering. See, it's mode of passion, man. You take another birth because you got to come back. It's not. You see, it's never enough. This is how the material world is. Where are we going? Well, we're paying obeisances to the spiritual pose, Satchidananda. If it's not Satchidananda, it'll break. Advaitacharya, he would go and pay obeisances to deities even. And if it wasn't installed properly where Krishna accepted it, boom, it'd break. See? That's what we do here. If you're not a real guru, that's a real deity, man. You'll break. You'll get offended. Oh, there he's you broke, man. You don't like the truth yet. We're here to break what's false, right? That's just the whole point. It's the falsity of this world that's trapping the living entities. It's called ignorance. It's trapping everybody. Ignorance. They don't know about this. See? If they listen, you render, is that how I get out of being free of being, having to obey the government? People are rebelling and everything, but the government's very strong, especially now. They got all this technology. They put a beam weapon on you and you're finished. They get a crowd of rioters. They got a beam weapon. They just put it right in the center and it's dispersed. As soon as they do that, then people will know you cannot overcome the Lord's Maya by just being God. Oh no, I'm going to be sovereign in myself. No, we got to be sovereign. See, independent in the Lord. That's the only way. If you refuse to do that, the government will always have you by the neck. You'll never be free. And religion too. You'll have these persons that are not really qualified. They're still material and motive religions ordering you around because you obey your obeisances to that illusion. It's not true yet. True means absolute. Absolute is Krishna, right? Eternal. Okay? The real guru is eternal. You got to find one of those. If you don't got one of those in your life, well, you're not free. You're not set free because you're automatically pay obeisances to those who are not free yet. You'll believe them. You'll believe their lies. You believe their hypocrisy. That's just how it goes. You'll believe Fauci's if you're a worldly person. You'll believe Bill Gates that he's trying to do you good. That's why I say, how dare anybody in this Sangha believe these guys? Believe that they're gonna go, their doctrine's gonna help you. Don't think you know more than here. I'll prove it. At least talk to me, you know. People go and just do these things without even a discussion. Or they discuss with the people, oh, well, this guy's ecstatic in our Sangha here. Therefore, I'll believe him, even though it goes against what I'm preaching. You don't think the Lord informs me what these bogus idiots are doing? Why follow these guys, especially when like the Lord is showing? It's just a no-brainer for me. If it's not a no-brainer for you, at least let's discuss these things. So, you stay with us as long as possible. And make as much advancement as possible, right? We don't want to prematurely get rid of our members here. I mean, it took a long time to get members here. We want to keep them around, So discuss with me. The guru, you should, listen to the guru, not to the disciples. Check it with the guru first. Is Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. Make sure it passes all. A lot of my disciples are not finished and ready. I don't care how many tears they're crying. Especially when I see by the, what their faith is, and still they have some little bit stuff. I tell you, it takes a while. You got to cry for a while and laugh, and gradually you start to see, all the little nooks and crannies of the Lord's dealing, especially in the material world. We got to be really careful right now. There's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of cheating. I mean, very tricky. It's like Jesus even said. He said, in this time, even the elect will be deceived. See, the elect are you guys, are the elect. Me too. Will be deceived if possible. So I got to be careful with these times, because it's very tricky, very, very snaky. And the Lord is helping. So we got Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra, so we can discuss things. If you want to go with these, they're advocating now, let's discuss it. Even on the, this is practical. And then if you still want to do, you're free, you're free anyway. But I think there's a lot of information being withheld about what's going on in the world. So I work my butt off to uncover stuff, and I can't put it on this thing. Otherwise we'll lose our program. That's how bad it is. That's why you shouldn't believe anybody. They're withholding information so you can make a good decision. You can't do it because they give you bad information and they lie about this and that and all that. River knows all this stuff. She studied that for a long time. Upendra, Prabhu, is Facebook also the gift for us from Lord Krishna? The guy who made Facebook is also rich, but because of him, we are able to connect together and listen to Lord Krishna's words. Yeah. I mean, there's that level, of course. Of course. But you see, it's just like Prabhupada said, it's like devotees don't go out of their way to build big structure. If you're a real devotee, you don't usually put a lot of energy into building a big house or anything, or even this internet thing. So it's a gift. Yeah, it's a gift, and that's fine. But I'm not preaching. If I would to be preaching like, there's a level of preaching where everybody's a servant of Krishna. So I just, and everybody's servant. So if you get that preaching now, and then, everybody's a servant of Krishna. Let me go and hang out. Let me go and believe Zuckerberg. Let me believe. That'd be the stupidest thing you ever did. Because he's a servant of Krishna, and this devotee is saying he's Uttamadhikari preaching. Everybody's a servant of Krishna. So let's believe everybody. See, you can't get that preaching. This is the last stage preaching. That's when you're so in love with Krishna, So here we're preaching, this is Madhyam preaching, making distinctions. Bill Gates, all these guys, okay, on one level they're serving Krishna. Actually, you could look, sir, it's obviously Krishna's desire to cull the planet, otherwise it wouldn't be happening. Why, the Lord could give Bill Gates a heart attack and he'd be finished, but he's still here, right? All these guys, they're in power as long as the Lord allows it. So there's that level. But still, we need to know where the obstacles are. That's the whole point of being a guru. Otherwise, the guru should just be, just sitting in a cave chanting Hare Krishna in ecstasy. And you go and you just look at them but you get no practical teaching. So there's a time and place and circumstance. Prabhupada wasn't like, he could have just sat in a cave and did, but look, he's preaching here, right? Why is he preaching this stuff? Why is he telling us that the world is managed by Rakshasas? because that's what's happening. Very true. It's all happening. God wants it to happen. I agree. Yeah. So, but maybe he doesn't want it to happen to you if you listen. If you hear, if we get on board with his vibration, then we will be protected. But part of protection is intelligent. He gives us what does he say? Bhagavad Gita said he's the intelligent of the intelligent. See? So people in the world have usually crafty intelligence. See, it's crafted. It's not spontaneous. It's not sincere often, and it's full of material motives. So the Lord will give us the intelligence to see that and not to believe it, especially now. These guys are in charge. They're very crafty, intelligent. Matter of fact, crafting. This is motive. See, crafting the intelligence. See, crafting our understanding. They got problem, reaction, solution idea. That idea that's very interesting, actually, because that's what's happening. It's crafting our crafting our feelings, crafting our beliefs, crafting our actions in this. And they got the craft down. They know how to. This is the demoniac. They're like this. It's part of their very. They have intelligence, but it's very crafty and tricky and snaky. Okay. But we are offering obeisances. But we are offering obeisances to the relative truth. Relative truth means that has to be explained here. That tejo vari ridum, and then goes on. We are offering our obeisances to a temporary manifestation. See, temporary manifestation. Oops, yipes. What happened there? So that's it. People, we got to learn to offer our obeisances to spiritual manifestations. Satchidananda. See, people, when you offer obeisances to the temporary manifestation, that's why it says in the 10 offenses to the holy name, one is to believe that the demigods are on the same level as Vishnu. See? So the only one on the same level, equal with Vishnu, is a real devotee. Okay? That means they're Satchidananda. See? That's when you're ready to be delivered, you meet the bona fide spiritual master like that and give her obeisances there. There's no fault in that. See? Otherwise it's all faulty. If you're not chosen and have the grace of God flowing through this Satchidananda conclusiveness and love of God, see this true love of God flowing through you, you're not worthy of obeisances for those who want to transcend. So that's that story in Bhagavatam where Daksha comes in and he's very charismatic. You got to understand, in the material illusion, And the illusion goes all the way up into the mode of goodness. Daksha was very charismatic, spoke sweetly and humbly and everything, but still full of poison still, even in that mode. And very effulgent because of austerities and doing fire sacrifices, fastings and all that. Effulgent, but still material. Just like Bali Maharaj's guru is like that. See? And so Shiva wanted to teach truth, just like here. So what did he do? Daksha comes in and Shiva's looking and he says, boy, look at this. All these millions of demigods believe in this Daksha, who is not really a pure devotee, but they think he is. Do you see any parallels of that in this world now? You see any gurus like that? How many they believe, well, this is a pure devotee. See? And there are millions who believe that, just like now. There are millions of Vaishnavas believe their gurus are pure devotees. But only a realized soul like Shiva could see the differences. The Lord says, okay, I'm going to teach absolute truth. So he did it by example. So these guys all, Daksha's there, and they're all standing up for Daksha. And Shiva is the only one in the assembly, except Brahma, who didn't have to stand up because he's the father of Daksha. You see, the father you don't have to do. But Shiva's just sitting there, also sitting down with Brahma. And everybody gets offended, and especially Daksha. Oh, what is this person not standing up for me? I'm actually, plus Sati, Shiva's wife, was the daughter of Daksha. So obviously you're my son-in-law. You should also stand up. He got offended. You should stand up for me. You should also give me obeisances and respect. See, so Daksha was still in the mode of goodness. He was looking from a mundane point of view of etiquette. And Shiva said, no, I'm going to show the spiritual truth. See, spiritual truth was Shiva, because he was empowered by the spiritual potency, was equal to Vishnu and Brahma. See, Brahma didn't have it. So Daksha had no problem with Brahma sitting down because he was his father. See, etiquette. But spiritually, it was wrong. See, etiquette ain't good enough. That ain't good enough to get you through. Okay? You need to know the spiritual truth. Bhaktisiddhanta was like that. He told Bhaktivinoda Thakur's guru, don't put your feet on my father's head. He's a manjari. He's so much, you're not like him. See? And that was like, how dare you do that? But that was the spiritual truth. Okay? But that's why anybody who hears, this is confidential. This is why it's only usually written. It is written, but not spoken. Okay? Because if you speak this, you liberate people, then they know the truth, and then they stop worshiping the Dakshas. They stop worshiping these gurus because it's still mundane. So Shiva taught that lesson. Oh, but was there a big fight about it? Oh my God. Daksha was offended and he did his little tricky thing. Go ahead, what?
I have a question, Guru Maharaj. You say not spoken. Is it only because of the vibrations, or is it also because of the teachings and the explanations?
Yeah, both. Yeah, both. Yeah, the vibration and the explanation. See, I just heard this practically yesterday, actually. There is a wise saying, when you speak a lie long enough, it becomes true. Okay? So this is what the world is. And now it's even more prevalent. They're speaking so many lies. Lies about lockdowns, lies about this thing. It's all lies. Lies about the PCR tests. Lie. Just lie. I just see right through it, personally. I mean, it's just a no-brainer for me. I just see how they're lying, manipulating data, all that stuff. So they keep putting it out. See, they know this crafty intelligence, so they're putting it out, the same lie, and after a while they accept it as true. There's a saying that you speak a lie long enough. They know this principle. And they have all the mainstream people just keep pumping out the lies. And I don't agree, and a lot of people, they're looking at it, it's a lie, the Lord gives them that intelligence in their heart. Why they do, but the masses, they because it's spoken so much, they believe it. See? So that's how the world goes on, by lies, because the truth isn't spoken. And so the truth is so heavy that it literally, see, Shiva did the demonstration. He just sat there. He didn't stand up for Daksha. That was enough. That action was enough to enrage Daksha, who enraged the whole Brahmin community, millions of them. And they declared to fight these demons, fight Shiva now. And so, but anyway, Shiva, because he was a real devotee, won. And ultimately, the real spiritual truth is more powerful than the lie. The lie is Krishna's material energy. That's why we got to be so into the absolute truth to overcome this. And that's why you have to start with paying your obeisances to the absolute truth. And that includes ultimately, this is why the Lord, I notice, he gives you a couple chances to advance in the life. Okay. Gives you a Prabhupada if you're ready. Okay. So Prabhupada came, just like Moses came, and he's not waiting. So, actually, Bhaktisiddhanta came. He's a pure devotee. Very rare. Empowered by the Shuddha Bhakti potency. So he was there. Prabhupada recognized him, you see, and really deeply, and followed his principle of only pay obeisances to that which is transcendental. And he didn't like the idea that they voted in acharyas. See, acharyas is a pure devotee. The person who's empowered by the transcendental potency is very rare. And he said, I don't like this. This is not right. This is going to cause misfortune. This is going to cause people to pay obeisances to the relative. That's it's relative. It's not the absolute truth. It's a part of the world, part of the mode of goodness, maybe. So that, like that one devotee of he was what's his name? Vasudev, Ananta Vasudev, and the Prabhupada said he's not. It doesn't matter. He's not qualified enough, even though he memorized the whole Bhagavatam, and he was a real nice Brahmin, probably humble and everything. Still, they said, well, he's qualified. We'll appoint him Acharya. See, Acharya means transcendental person used by Krishna. It's like they really represent the spiritual potency. Satchidananda. And Prabhupada said he's not that. My guru would have said something if he was. But Prabhupada knows, and he knows all these things. So that's what's going on here. So Prabhupada even then is trying to teach how he didn't get into the details. We go into the details. Okay? So it gets really clear. Because if it gets really clear, then your path is clear. Then you realize, all that I did, all this practice, all this worshiping religious gurus who are not really Satchidananda yet, all that fasting I did, all those pilgrimages to the holy places, whatever I did in this world was leading me to the real devotee. And then they tell me the facts of life. That's it. How to worship the absolute truth, how to distinguish it, how to tell the difference between that and the relative, and gurus who are not showing the symptoms, because if you get clear, then that's the devotee. When Jesus, was at, Philip says, where is the path? Where is the path? Where's the path? Where's the way, Lord? He said, I'm the way. Faith in me, faith in my word, faith in my preaching. That's it, man. The devotee, faith in the devotee, faith in their word. That's the way. So just keep practicing that faith, practice the faith, practice the presence. Practice keeping your faith, hearing the word. Isn't that what we do? We chant together. We hear these words. We discuss the absolute truth, get it really clear. This is what devotees do. We're very practical preaching. We can liberate millions. If anybody, each one that comes here and listens, they get very enlivened. I've seen it, like Amy's enlivened. What's that? That's telling there's something here. And Richard came yesterday. I saw him he came the second time. The guy was a different person. You could tell his energy was like, man, he was happy. He felt, this is what he was looking for. He was a hermit. He was doing just what Bhaktivinoda Thakur said to do. He said, when you know the truth and you really know that there's a bunch of bullshit going on in religion and ISKCON and all these other cons still, because it's religion. There's going to be a con in there. There's going to be a fault in that. There's always fault in religion. You stay alone and do your bhajan. He did that and waited. And there it comes. And then when association comes, then you take it. Bhaktivinoda taught this. He was acting according to that. See, he came and he starts to get enlivened. See? So everybody, continue on, and your enlightenment will go on forever, like it is for us. Aren't we examples? We come here regularly and just get more and more, not just sporadically. I mean, it depends how much greed you got. So, River, read that. Get a little active here. You're muted too, by the way.
It's fine. Let me do it this way. It'll get bigger. That's better. It's so incredibly frustrating how so many people sometimes feel like amongst everyone believes the lies and think people who speak against it are crazy. That's from Amy.
Yeah, because the lie is being spoken more than the truth. See? So that's why boldly Jesus and Lord Chaitanya and their devotees boldly spoke the truth. When deliverance is here, that's what you got to do. You got to show the truth and show it. Show the ecstasy. Show that this is true feeling. This is true relationship with God. This is where we all really belong universally. See? So that's the truth. And so you speak that becomes true. You show that becomes true. Didn't it become true with Lord Chaitanya? Did you see there were millions of people following him? They said, yeah, this is true. We believe that. And then they got it. Lord Chaitanya said, people don't accept me, they will be destroyed. See? Except what? Except Satchidananda. He was manifesting that as a devotee. He was manifesting ecstatic love. He was manifesting conclusive understanding, the absolute truth. That's worshipable. Bhagavatam is worshipable. Why? Because those conceptions are absolute truth. That's why they're so exciting, man. So, even though, when I was for 20 years preaching them, and it was so wonderful, even to nobody. Because there's always somebody there. There's always a super soul in the walls, preaching to the walls. And now it's even better because people are listening. This is how the truth becomes true in the world and delivers people. Otherwise, the lie becomes true, and people get entangled in the world, right? And then be careful. What did Jesus and Isaiah say? Be careful you don't accept the darkness as the light, or the lie as the truth. And people have. And so we reverse it. Now, with gusto, believe the truth as the truth, the absolute truth as the truth, eternal truth. See? And then you can begin to understand, that's all lies and everything. Why should I believe in that? What do I want to go and be twisted up? See, isn't that what weakens people, is the lie. People are weak in the world because they don't know that they got God. Can you imagine if you knew you had the Lord as your partner? That Father of all, the creator of even the creator, Brahma. That Lord, that, Brahma was born of that Lord. Well, that's my Lord, man. That's my friend, my papa. my beloved. And he's here also as disciples, and I get the fatherly Ross too a little bit. I got everything, man. It's fun. Love it, man. It's fun to play with God on all levels, man. The Lord gives me a lot of freedom here. A lot of playtime and everything, you know. Yeah. Yeah, and you guys evolve into that too. You become like that also. Isn't it wonderful? You become, after a while, people listen to you, and you become their father and mother also. They look up to you, and if they do that, that means they become recognized by God. Oh, they're recognizing that you're a servant of the Lord, the absolute truth, not the relative truth. You know? Isn't it a lie if you're not really empowered by the transcendental Lord to say that you're a guru and leading people to Vrindavan? See, that's a bit of a lie. So how are you going to be delivered yet? You'll be destroyed still, taking another birth, and then die until you figure what we're teaching out, what we're showing here. This is why Lord Chaitanya said, unless people accept me, they will be destroyed by birth and death and old age and disease, and just go through that cycle. Yeah. So anyway, so there's a lot of good, deep stuff here. If people think about it, meditate on it, you'll understand the real path, and what it is, where it is, and, and the importance of it is very necessary for deliverance. See, like Prabhupada, he was a representative of the absolute truth, Bhaktisiddhanta also. But what did they essentially teach? They brought people to the step of the mode, trying to bring people up to the mode of goodness. Prabhupada even said, I'm here to establish Varnashram Dharma. I'm here to make Brahmins. I want to do that. He knew there was more than that. And that's why he left that in our hands. He came to me and said, now you teach this deep stuff. It's in my books, like we're pulling it right out of his lecture. You think the disciples understood any of this? They're listening and oh wow, they're hearing the vibration, but not understanding. It's like parables to them. Just like now, this is what I'm speaking is parables to these gurus. That's why I don't pay it any. They don't have nothing. They're little children to me. Child. And nothing, they don't even understand. This is parables to them. What is he saying? I don't understand. You don't know when a devotee is used by the Lord. The king is here. The Lord is here. He's using this. It's like a glove. What's in that glove, man, is important. The hand is there. See, in the glove. See, the devotee is just the glove. That's why Nicodemus, when he heard Jesus, he said, my God, I read these verses. I heard them spoken by my peers here, these Pharisees. But boy, nobody spoke like that with such authority. That's because the Lord is using. It's always like that. If it's not like that, you haven't found the real Acharya, the real Guru. There's an authority there. There's a love there. There's ecstasy there. There's a compassion there. There's a power there. A liberating power. It's only, the Lord uses, it's like a special flute. It may have full of knots and all that stuff, but it has the vibration. Special vibration. Man. Okay, go ahead there. Read that there. Can you read that?
Amy, that's exactly right. They don't know how to have God. I wanted everybody to know because then they will feel so much happier and lighter, and the world would be a better place. From Amy.
Yeah, so much happier and lighter. Isn't that really it?
Yeah.
Freedom, lightness. It's like you float. Okay, read this here. Tom, you can read this. Get you to work, man.
I'm in the car and I just
Oh,
stopped.
you're in the
And I
car.
have
Sorry.
my
Go ahead.
glasses. They are in the.
That's all right. No. That's okay. Go ahead, River. You read.
From Johann. It is possible that before the soul coming to this material world, as soul, we see just as Arjuna's, as soul, we see just as Arjuna see the universal form of Krishna, and this way choose by coming to the material world because we see everything. Because we see everywhere the Lord. I'll read that again.
Yeah.
It is possible that before the soul came to this material world, as a soul, we see just as Arjuna sees the universal form of Krishna, and this way chooses to come to the material world because we see everything as the Lord. I put some things in there.
I don't understand that, so I won't comment on it. It doesn't. I don't know. It could be a
This
length.
is what I think, Maharaj.
Okay.
Is it possible that before? Oh gosh, my battery's gonna go. I'm so sorry. Is it possible that before the soul came to the material world, as a soul, we just see as Arjuna sees the universal form of Krishna, and then we've gone. Sorry, my battery's gone.
No problem. Yeah, you come. There he is driving. All right, man. Okay. Anyway, we'll get to that later. Okay, I'll read this then. Or can you read?
In a few minutes, I'm at home.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead, Lalita. You read that. You're muted.
I'm sorry. Guru, our bridge towards God and us. Some bridge might be broken, and it would be impossible if we don't put our own effort to pass the bridge and get to the destination. So we should be very careful to find true Guru. That's true.
Exactly. Yeah. And but not everybody has the intelligence to do that, and that's why the first usually you become a false follower. I mean, even the Lord. Actually, when I came to ISKCON, they gave me a guru. It's funny. I knew intuitively. I mean, I didn't feel anything for the guy. The guy felt like he was mundane. It was just a guy there. He was sitting there behind his glasses, looking like to me it was ordinary. But I thought, well, this is what they say you got to do and everything. So I kind of did it. But didn't get anything. It didn't add anything to my life. I had an immediate, when I chanted Hare Krishna, that was it. The ecstasy was there. And I had Prabhupada in his books, because of ecstasy, I could understand things in there deeply. So until I would find somebody like that, I was never, it was all like, what are these guys doing, a show or something? It was this, and then I got really clear. It's like, oh, these guys don't really know these trends. They're trying to imitate them. That's all. They're just they're not. They can't show the way because they're not empowered to do so. You got to be empowered. You have to be empowered to understand what we're preaching here. And then you got to be empowered. The Lord has to give you the order. Like, okay, now share it. Otherwise. It's so powerful, this causes movement of the Okay, anyway, I'll start reading a little bit. So, but there is another place, Prabhupada says, Dharma Sevena Nirasta Kuhakam. We are offering here obeisances to the bricks, stone, iron, Just like in your country, especially in all Western countries, there are so many statues. The same thing, Tejo, Vari, Mridam, Vinamam. But when we install the deity, actually the form, eternal form of Krishna, nobody offers obeisances. They'll go on offering obeisances to the dead. See, so, and that's it. See, installing the deity, it becomes alive in that sense. But you got to install it properly. You know, supposedly, you know, you got to install it with all these mantras, and it has to be perfect and all this stuff. Which is very but the devotee can call the Lord into the deity. That's another thing, you know. So that, and then it becomes real. See, so people are offering, generally, still offering their obeisances, their respect to that which is still dead. Remember what Jesus said? The dead, let the dead bury the dead. Let the dead, you know, follow the dead. To a devotee, there is no life until Shuddha Bhakti is there. That's why Prabhupada, even though people didn't understand what Shuddha Bhakti is clearly, because he didn't teach it elaborately. See, didn't show it elaborately. See, but that's what's real. And people said, well, they could tell, they could feel the emanation from Prabhupada. This person is special. Okay, this is something. This is very good. Okay? And now, look, we're teaching elaborately what is eternal. See, this gives us life. You see, this is the life. The people are looking for this. Amy was looking for this. Richard was looking for this. You're all looking for this. I'm looking for this. We're all on the same page. We worship that which is alive, not which is dead. Remember, the stone was rolled away with Jesus, and the angels were there. And Mary Magdalene, the one, the real faithful one, goes in the tomb. And the angels say, why are you looking for that which is alive amongst the dead? The alive don't associate with the dead. That's why we're here together. That's why I don't go to, that's why, you know, that's why in ISKCON, they're so used to, all these groups, they're so used to worshiping dead persons still. They're not alive yet. Just mode of goodness in life for a devotee. It wasn't life for Prabhupada. That's why he said, hey man, Ananta Vasudeva ain't qualified enough yet. Don't make him an acharya. He's not. It's a lie. It's not the truth. What's true is the real devotee. You got to be like Jesus or step aside and let people go into the real kingdom of God. Boy, that was really epic. It's true though, isn't it? We don't want to just preach to people that have ears but don't hear. We got to open those ears. Pop them open. That's the miracle. Whoa, wow, now I got it. Spiritual truth. All right, okay. That pop their ears open. Wow, my ears are open. I can hear all these mundane sounds. Oh, BFD. No, you want to pop the spiritual ears open so people feel the truth. Go ahead, Tom. Read that.
We worship that which is alive, not that which is dead. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to make this really clear to the people of this planet here. That's what people got to know, man. The truth will set you free. Conclusive truth. conclusive ecstasy. Show, man, what real feelings are. These feelings last forever, right, Lolita? Aren't they great? Don't you want more? River says, yeah, more, Krishna. Krishna must be satisfying her lately. I haven't heard many complaints. This gets better and better, and the more better it gets, the more wild it gets, man. And that's what they had 550 years ago. It was wild bhakti, very wild. Not, it's just like it was unusual, uncommon, man. What is this? We got 11 people here and only 6 likes. Come on, man. Chop, chop. This goes deeper into the algorithm if you give us likes. There you go. 7. Do I have 8? Do I have 8? Oh, I got to give a like myself. Oh, I can't do it here. 8. All right. 9. Do I have a 9? This message needs to get out. We need hey man, I want this whole planet to be rocking and rolling in life, man. Okay, boy, I love this preaching of Prabhupada. This is fantastic, man.
So really, Maharaj, there's 8,000 because one devotee is worth 1,000.
That's right. We
Well,
have it's like the 300. They were worth 3 million. All right, Vasudev says, yeah. Okay, so beyond, okay, Vasudev says that I offer my obeisances to the supreme truth, absolute truth. Satyam Param Dimai. There is no more truth beyond that. Oh. Isn't that how it is? There's no more truth beyond that. People are looking for so many things, this knowledge and that, in a new, self-development, this information, this knowledge, and this always going here to there, here to there, here to there. But there's nothing beyond Krishna. It's completely satisfying. Desire tree, man, absolute truth. There's nothing beyond that. Just deep into that ocean. See, you transcend the Maya, the illusion, which is always saying, there's so much more over here, over there, and you're going all over the place like with a carrot. Going over there, and it's all illusion, all ignorance. See? But you hit the spiritual gold mine, the vein of gold, which is Shuddha Bhakti. See, you enter that mine. And you're just in the gold, man. The dirt is all, over there on the other side, and just going right in the gold mine. The vein goes very deep. You never find an end to it. And it's all gold. It's all pure gold. This is Krishna. Always deep, 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 deeper. You don't see me. Do you see me discussing anything else? You guys also. This is so amazing. You out there read. You can go to Bookman's. Are you interested in any of those books? All that knowledge about this and that and all these things in the world and all this material creation? No. Are you interested even in Mayavadi speculations and all that stuff? See, that's just, no. We want to know about Krishna, his transcendental form, his qualities. In his name. Look how enjoyable it is to just chant his name. Oh my God. Go chant your wife's name or your husband's name and see if you like it so much. No, Krishna's name is special. Unless their name is a Krishna name, then it's okay. It's the same thing. But people, the name of God is like, God, when am I going to get, I'm just wondering, every day I come, when am I going to get bored of chanting, man? When am I going to go to some other name and form and thing and teaching and all that? I'm wondering when. It's just too attractive. It's too mesmerizing, too interesting, too intoxicating. Too much happiness. Yeah, ruled by old friends. Yeah. Okay, but some might be broken. Okay. All right, back to our story. Mata, beyond me, there is no superior power. Hey, this was Jesus was teaching this also. Beyond the Lord, there is no superior power. You know, this is why we're in that Lord, man, and that's it, man. This is it. This is you become like a laser, man. That's when you become a real guru. You're like that. You're so in there. So there. Then people, they start saying, whoa, this is a solid tree in this world. This is a tree of real devotion. Let me nest there. You got, everybody's got to build a nest, right? And then it's all about nesting. But where are you nesting, man? People are nesting in the mundane world. They go to this house and that house and everything. But a transcendentally awakened being is looking for the spiritual nest. Where can I nest? Where can I find a good shelter, a nest where I can grow?
Krishna, Krishna also wants a nest.
Yeah, Krishna wants a nest. Where can he find a worthy nest? This is reciprocal. Oh, this person is nesting in me. I'll nest in him. We'll nest together. See? And in this way, we'll take away all the nastiness of this world. Oh, I can do with my finger. Yeah, okay, good. All right. So Vyasadeva is offering his obeisances to the person above whom there is nobody. So Vyasadeva is offering obeisances to the person whom there above whom there is nobody. God means controller. And this is what people don't understand clearly. They either think they're the controllers of their lives. See, this is, and this Maya makes you think, well, I'm like a little God in this world over my domain. See, over what I own and control, and my wife and my husband, my, I, me, mine. See, so we're controlled by the illusion. See, it's an illusion that we're controllers. But who's really free? See, I think, no, I'm free because I'm a controller of my world. And look how much you have to work for it. Look how much you have to satisfy your wife with all the trinkets and all these things and all these beautiful things and expensive things. You got to work your ass off. I mean, buttocks. Excuse me for using that word. I'm getting much better. God, I haven't used the F word in a long time. What happened to that? It disappeared.
Another chapter.
Another chapter. We got everybody over their trigger. Oh, then it's not that. Then it's no fun anymore. We can't use it to, trigger anything. Oh, take the lights down here. Oops. Yeah, and so surrender. This is surrender to the absolute truth. It's so wonderful because that's where freedom is, because that gives us the truth. Oh, I see. I'm a servant of the Lord. I'm a servant of this absolute truth. I'm a servant of clear conceptions of the absolute truth. I'm a servant of this, of making the Lord ecstatically happy, even in my own body. I'm here. Hey, man, it's a lot more fun than serving that, which makes you think you're a god, but you're not. You're a slave. Yeah, I'm a slave of making the Lord happy, but boy, is that fun. My God, making the Lord happy in my heart is the greatest thing. Talking about the absolute truth. Oh man, does that it gives you gusto and it gives you real life, man. Energy flowing through you. And like you can't get anywhere else with an illusion, just weaken. You become weaker, you know. And only fools think you're like something special. I mean, I look at all these weak devout Vaishnavas, so weak, you know. They're not in touch with the spiritual potency. They're all bottled up with all this stuff. You know, they need to be uncorked. You know. Okay. I have several times explained, but here in our experience, we see that one controller is controlled by another controller. Nobody is absolute controller. Therefore, nobody is absolute truth. Nobody is absolute controller. Therefore, no one is absolute truth. But there must be the absolute truth, as it has begun, the source of all emanations. Now, what is that source of emanations? What is the nature? One has to accept cause and effect. Okay, that's probably enough of that. Okay. We'll go back to that. We'll circle around to that later. So, River, read us something now. No, actually, Tom, read us something. You got some Chaitanya Bhagavat.
Can I read one verse from Bhagavad Gita about this?
Yeah, please do. Yeah, go for it.
8:20. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Yet there is another unmanifest nature, which is eternal and is transcendental to this manifested and unmanifested matter. It is supreme and is never annihilated. When all in this world is annihilated, that part remains as it is.
Yeah, that's the soul is like that. When it's awakened, you're free. See, so that doesn't get annihilated. If you identify yourself as a spirit soul, and that's a servant of the transcendental Lord, that's not destroyed. That stays. That's our true identity. Now you're free. You're awakened. You live in that. People are living in their material false identity. That's their life. See, they live in that. They believe in the Mayic form of the Lord, and it gives them this cycle of rebirth all the time, back and forth, man. Okay? But we're living in this truth, see, in our eternal identity. Okay? Therefore, when the body dies, what's your identity? You identify with this? Well, no. Identify with worshiping the Lord, making him happy. And he makes us happy, we make him happy, everything is cool. Okay, we know what that is. We know the transcendental Lord, even here. This is why what you bind on earth, you bind in spirit. Okay, so we bound this. We know. We bound Krishna. We got our little transcendental rope here, lasso. We know how to lasso him. Pull him close. We know what he likes, Isn't that what it's about? Know what they like, How do you gotta, you guys that are married, what is my husband like? What is my wife like? And you do that. Well, this is what Krishna, same thing. What is he like, man? And we do that, what he likes, He likes sadhu sangha, doesn't he? He likes us chanting his name. So we do what he likes, and then we become very happy. He's happy. Oh. Go ahead, Tom. Read some Chaitanya Bhagavat now.
Yes, it's here on the table.
Good. Grab it.
You are thinking of a particular chapter?
Okay, yeah. How about chapter 10 in Madhya Lila?
From the beginning. Whoa. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yeah, Jai, pure devotees. The great revelation of Mahaprabhu. The great revelation of Mahaprabhu. My dearest friend, Lord Gauranga. My dearest friend, Lord Gauranga. Wow. You are the ocean of transcendental qualities. You are the ocean of transcendental qualities. All glory to you and all glory to Lord Nityananda Prabhu, the Supreme Personality who is without beginning or end. Who is without beginning or end. Wow. After bestowing boons upon Sridhar, Lord Chaitanya began to gently sway his head and repeated the name Nada, Nada, Nada. Whoa. Whoa. Oh my God. He spoke to Advaita Acharya. Acharya, ask what you need. The Acharya replied, my prayers have already been answered, my lord. My prayers have already been answered, my lord. Lord Chaitanya appreciated this answer with a thunderous roar that drowned all other sounds.
So what was his prayer that was answered?
Lord Chaitanya ask what you need. And Acharya replied, my prayers have already been answered, my lord.
So, Tom, what prayers have been answered? Lalita's going, I know. Let's see if Tom knows. I want to know. I want to see if Tom knows. What prayers were answered?
All of them. Which one was not? All of them.
What was all of them? Give me one prayer.
From Acharya? Prayer from Acharya?
Yeah. Prayer from Acharya. What prayer was answered? All right, that's long enough. It's like a chess game here.
Time out.
Time out. All right, Lalita. What was prayer?
I asked the Lord to come, and the Lord came.
Yes, conclusive. Okay, don't worry, Tom. It'll come. That's right. It's a lot to study there. Study and.
But the Lord was already there. Yeah. So everything was already. Everything was.
Yeah, but see, Advaita, at first the Lord wasn't there. He prayed for the Lord to come and appear. See, and the Lord is always here, right?
When there was a time that the Lord was not there, it doesn't exist. The Lord was omnipresent every time. There was no beginning of this Lord presence. The Lord was present all the time. There was no beginning.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But the thing is, the Lord's appearance has to appear in our awareness. See, like, so otherwise it's dormant. You know, we don't know. We don't know this. That's why the Lord says, "Oh, the whole world's in me, but I'm not in them." See, they're not aware of my presence. I'm not, born in them yet. So Advaita said, "Please, you come in your Satchidananda presence here in the world and show yourself to the world. Show them to you, give them your association, your transcendental association, so they can get purified. Otherwise, everybody can't, whatever path they're following is very slow."
Yeah. So then his prayer was, please make yourself visible to the world. Yes.
Yes,
but
exactly.
The Lord was already visible to him. The Lord was already visible to Advaitacharya. So he asked, please make yourself visible to the world.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, actually, yeah. Yes and no. See, still, yeah, the Lord, Advaita felt the Lord here in his heart, just like we feel the Lord. But, can you imagine when that Lord comes in a body? I mean, my God, man, and shows you these things? Gee whiz, man, that's very special. It's like when even a real guru comes into your life, it's like, wow, this is really special.
This is like amplification.
Yeah, amplification. Yeah, when I had that dream with Prabhupada, even though I knew him through his books, I felt him. Oh, when he came in the dream, the lucid dream, oh man, it was like amplification. And
confirmation.
Amplification too. His bliss was amplified and everything. So yeah. So it needs to be amplified, otherwise people can't see it. That's so the Lord came and he had to reveal, he had to express himself in the world. Otherwise, still, you would look at him and you would think, oh, he's just like us, ordinary person. So he came and became gradually more and more expressive of who he was. And then people started to recognize. And if you recognize the transcendental Lord or his devotee even, then you're on your way to deliverance very quickly.
So that is communication by expressing a form, a vigraha.
Yeah. Communication. It's like expressing, because like anybody, if a person gets up there and shares their heart, shares their truth, who they are and what they are. Oh, I know this person. You get to know them. Otherwise, you don't know them. They get up there and or they express like something that they're not. Say they're being hypocritical and lying. You're not really getting to know them because they're lying to you. They're not expressing themselves.
Yes, and until they manifest it.
Yeah, there he is. Hey, hello to Richard, man, our new member.
Hey. How's it going, guys?
Good.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you for coming. He's our exercise master here. He'll help us get in shape. Okay, go ahead, Tom. Read some more.
The Acharya replied, my prayers have already been answered, my Lord. Lord Chaitanya appreciated this answer with a thunderous roar that drowned all other sounds. Yes, talking about amplification and manifesting. Vigraha. Whoa. While Lord Chaitanya was still manifesting, here's the word again. While Lord Chaitanya was still manifesting his Maha Prakash Lila, in the mood of the omnipotent, supremely opulent Lord, Gadadhar Pandit prepared betel and offered it to the Lord, who happily accepted. Lord Nityananda, whose partial expansion Ananta Shesh is the support of the universe, now held the umbrella over Lord Chaitanya as Advaita Acharya, and other great personages stood before him. Whoa, there's a lot going on. The Lord ordered Murari, look at me. Look at me. The Lord ordered Murari, look at me. Murari saw Sri Ramachandra in person. He saw that Vishwambara, Lord Chaitanya, was sitting on a kingly throne with his bow. His complexion as green as fresh, tender shoots of grass. He saw Janaka Devi, Sita Devi on his left and Lakshman on his right. Whoa. Whoa. All round, the brave monkey leaders were offering prayers. All round, the brave monkey leaders were offering prayers. By the influence of Lord Chaitanya's transcendental pastimes, Murari, now perceiving his identity as Hanuman and seeing his beloved Ramachandra, fell down in ecstatic swoon. Whoa. Okay. Oh, this is going very fast. Oh, he fell down in ecstatic swoon. I don't, this is going too fast. Oh my God. Oh, Hare Krishna. Whoa. I want to read it again. By the influence of Lord Chaitanya's transcendental pastimes, Murari, now perceiving his identity as Hanuman and seeing his beloved Ramachandra, fell down in ecstatic swoon. Wow. Wow. So the Lord showed him in his favorite appearance to Murari. Murari's favorite appearance of the Lord, favorite view. Lord Vishwambara called out aloud, "Hey, monkey, you seem to forget how the demon Ravan, who stole Sita Devi, burned your face. Enraged, you set ablaze his capital, Sri Lanka, and destroyed his entire race. I am that same Lord. I am that same Lord. I am that same Lord. Your worshipful Lord, how you are again, now you are again in my presence. Now you are again in my presence. Rise, rise, Murari. You are as dear to me as my own life. Rise, rise, Murari. You are as dear to me as my own life. Whoa. You are as dear to me as my own life. Whoa, this is supreme. You are as dear to me as my own life. I am that Lord, Ramachandra, and you are Hanuman. I am that Lord, Ramachandra, and you are Hanuman.
See, this is so beautiful, because so true. This is the devotee. You are as dear to me as my own life. And this is reciprocal, because the devotee is thinking the same. It's like, you are my life. See, and that's the truth. This is how you transcend into the absolute truth, is that you have to see the life of the Lord. The life of the Lord is a devotee. See, and the devotee's life is the Lord. This is transcendental. It's spiritual. It has to manifest in this world. It's rare, very rare. See, and this is the only real thing here in the world, is the life of the Lord. Otherwise, there's no life. Life of the Lord is ananda, this bliss, this ecstasy, this conclusive understanding, this real transcendental knowledge. Chit, knowledge, comes from the transcendental revelation of this ecstatic worship. This bliss is the life of the Lord. And the Lord says, yeah, Murari would sing songs in ecstasy, and be in bliss and everything. You're as dear to me as my life. See, this is the life of the Lord, is what the devotees teach in the world, is how to bond with the absolute truth, how to recognize what it is. If you recognize a real devotee, you've recognized the Lord. When you see me, you see the Lord. Didn't Jesus say that? Well, you got to be like that. Otherwise, step aside. Let the real devotees deliver people. Otherwise, you're just an obstacle at this point. And that's what Jesus said. You Pharisees, step aside. The Lord is delivering people. Don't be a block. Learn. So that's just, when deliverance is here, you got to see the life of the Lord. The life of the Lord is his real devotees, who have real mature devotion, especially. Yeah. Go ahead.
I feel the Lord, he reveals himself as Ramachandra or Gaurachandra, and he reciprocates accordingly to the love of the devotee, or the pure devotee.
Yeah. Well, you see, that's when the Lord revealed himself to Murari, it revealed his relationship. Otherwise, you have to get, when the Lord reveals himself, he starts to reveal his relationship, your relationship with him, because it's a certain relationship. It's a very specific.
Everyone's just different.
Yeah, everyone is different.
Some is a brother, some is a son.
Yeah. They're different and the same.
Yeah.
Murari saw Sri Ramachandra in person. Murari saw Sri Ramachandra in person. He saw that Vishvambara, Lord Chaitanya, was sitting on a kingly throne with his bow, his complexion as green as flesh tender shoots of grass. Oh, okay. Okay. Fell down in an ecstatic swoon. Murari, now perceiving his identity as Hanuman and seeing his beloved Ramachandra, fell down in an ecstatic swoon. Lord Vishvambara called out aloud, "Hey monkey, you seem to forget how the demon Ravan, who stole Sita Devi, burned your face. Enraged, who set ablaze his capital, Sri Lanka, and destroyed his entire race. I am that same Lord. More worshipful Lord. Now you are again in my presence. Rise, 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 Murari. You are as dear to me as my own life. I am that Lord Ramachandra, and you are Hanuman. Look now upon Lakshman. Look now upon Lakshman. Look now upon Lakshman. Your beloved life and soul. Your beloved life and soul. You saved his life by bringing from afar the Gadammadana mountain. Offer obeisances to the lotus feet of Janaki, Sita Devi, whose distress moved you to profuse tears. Oh. Offer obeisances to the lotus feet of Janaki, Sita Devi, whose distress moved you to profuse tears.
That's an interesting esoteric statement there. That's how the separation of a devotee moves others to tears, and that's how they're awakened. Okay, let me see. Okay. Yeah. So the separation, and so that's when you see devotees worshiping the Lord and crying like this, and it's a mood of separation, but not really separate. It's it's a mood of devotional expression, very poetic, very ecstatic, and it moved Hanuman to tears. See, it awakens devotees. That's why we need to see the devotees crying in ecstasy. It awakens the Lord in our heart. There's no other way.
It feels here. The Lord shows Murari the full picture, the total picture on all levels, emotional level also, yes, and cognitive level and heart level and emotional level. He's showing Murari the complete picture.
Yeah. He's not only showing, and practically, when you see a devotee in ecstasy, it's like you're seeing Sita, in worshiping her Lord, right? It's a devotee worshiping the Lord. And that's what gets us. That's what begins to awaken us when we begin to think, wow, I would also like to worship like that. Or you become ecstatic because of that, that ecstasy. So that's just how it's preached. Otherwise, that's why the Lord had to show the ecstasy he was in. And that became very endearing to devotees, awakened people. That it's emanations, very powerful.
By showing this, he also touches and enlivens the relationships, the different levels, the different consciousness.
Yeah.
He enlivens the total consciousness.
Yeah, the emotion is the life in the world even. That's why you see love is an emotion. Love is the greatest thing in the world. But if it's material love, it binds you to the world because it's worldly. It's of the world. It's worldly emotion, and all these things. It's ras. It's a ras, but it's the fake. It's the one that doesn't. It's the illusion, illusory energy, and it gives a replica of the real thing. We're meant to love God, and these devotional mellows, emotions are all eternal, and they're all enlivening, truly enlivening, give you real life, give others real life. So this is what the devotees, if they want real life, they have to understand what we're teaching here is how to enter into this realm of Krishna's spiritual potency, so you can relish the transcendental emotions, like Lord Chaitanya had, like his devotees had, like many devotees here have also. You know, this is very rare. You show me where you see any places like this going on? You see any emotions like this anywhere? Show me one place. You know, is all we have is no shows. Either, oh, well, we don't show these things. So, well, okay, then you're not preaching ecstatic love because you're a no-show. You know, no show. I'm sorry, we're not showing like Lord Chaitanya. So therefore, we can't preach what Lord Chaitanya preached. Yeah, you got to show the beauty of your relationship with God in the world. That's declaration. You know, hey man, declaring this is real. You want reality or you want illusion? Go out there and look at people loving man and woman and children and all that stuff, and just revolve in that. Just go look. Oh boy, I would like to get married. Oh, I'd like to have a bunch of kids. Oh yeah. See, so this is different. This is no. This is eternal. This is absolute truth, man. Loving God. You know, where's the real authority? Where's the real leader, man? Is a person who loves God, and you can see this person is loving God. This is different. This is unique. You don't just see this anywhere. Because if you see this somewhere, that's where deliverance is. Lord Chaitanya taught this. Oh my God, I saw an ecstatic devotee. Oh my God, my life is successful just by seeing that. Now Krishna will never leave me. You notice that happens here. People, they're connected. They see this ecstatic devotion, and many of them become ecstatic, and it stays with you. You notice Krishna doesn't leave you, does he? Does he leave you, Lalita? Does he leave you, Tom? You notice he's just increasing more and more. Is he leaving you, River? Is he leaving you, Lalita Madhava? I can go on and on and on. Christina stays with all the devotees.
This more and more it continues. It continues. It stays continuing.
It continues forever, more and more. You found the eternal path. Rejoice. Make a joyful noise unto the Lord.
You distinguish the absolute truth from the relative truth, and also now you distinguish the absolute emotion from the relative emotion.
Yes, that's important too, isn't it? Otherwise, what is this? That's why I'm bored, man. I see these gurus and everything. Where's the friggin' emotion, man? Where's the emotion? I just hear a bunch of intellect. You notice, you ever hear a class? A lot of, just, where's the emotion, man? Where's the feeling? Where's the gusto? Where's the enthusiasm? Where's the passion for God? Where is all of that? People, they say, go hard, you should calm down. Calm down? I get more excited all the time talking about the Lord. I am more passionate. I love it, man. Just don't tell me to calm down. I'll calm down when I'm in that mood of calming.
Maybe in the next chapter.
Yeah, maybe in the next chapter. Maybe not. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Sita Devi, whose distress moved you to profuse tears. Lord, Lord Chaitanya's words brought back Murari's consciousness. Yes, there we have the shit. Yeah, eternal. You did distinguish the conclusive shit, the absolute shit from the relative shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Lord Chaitanya's words brought back Murari's consciousness. And upon awakening, He saw that wonderful scene and began to cry in Krishna prema. Oh, it's overwhelming, of course. Well, Murari's ecstatic crying moved even the lifeless dry roots.
Yeah.
Murari's
See,
ecstatic crying.
again, that's the secret. See, the crying of the devotees, it moves. Everybody's a dry stick without this. It moves. It awakens the bhakti, the dormant bhakti in others. That's the secret. You see, the Lord is impressed in your own heart. He's like there. He's not born yet. This moves him through the birth canal. Oh, devotee's crying. Oh, he starts moving through the birth canal, and then boom, you got born again. I've been born again. I perceive the kingdom of God. So, the kingdom of God is himself, man. The kingdom of God is my Lord, Krishna.
Wow. Seeing Richard doing the japa is very powerful.
Yeah. He's a wise guy.
Yeah.
Doesn't he look like a wise guy? Go ahead there, Tom. Read some more.
Murari's ecstatic crying moves even the lifeless dry wood. What to speak of the assembled Vaishnavas? What to speak of the assembled Vaishnavas? They were already receptive. What to speak of the assembled Vaishnavas? Again, Lord Chaitanya spoke to Murari. You may ask me for any boon. You may ask me for any boon. Sri Murari replied, My Lord, I do not yearn for anything. Wow. So he says he has no desire.
Yeah, read this, Tom. Amy says something here.
It's crazy. Yes, it's crazy how the Lord is and always been there. But until you pointed him out to me, clear as day, he had felt so far away from me and invisible. I want to write it on the wall or something. This is so beautiful.
Yeah, it's so apropos. That's how it is. That's why, devotees have studied even the books. I mean, I don't think Amy's been into this, but devotees here, many of them studied the books, and still there was distance between them and the Lord. And this closes the gap. It brings back to remembrance of what you've been looking for in the scriptures and all that. That's why everything is leading to this, is to hear from the empowered representative of the Lord. It proves the power is where it is, and that's how you're delivered. And that's how others will be delivered. They're inspired by your example. It's beautifully put, isn't it? Really nice. Write it on the wall, Tom.
Wow, it is so beautiful, and I can write it in my ether, my air, in my aura. I can write it in my aura.
Yeah. And that's, Nicodemus said the same thing. It's always like that. Jesus was empowered by God. And Nicodemus said, when they asked him, did he say anything new? And he said, well, not really, but when he spoke, I never heard things like this. He spoke about what I was studying and all this about God and all this, but it made it more clear, more understandable. It was so authoritative. I felt it. He felt it. You know, it was what he was looking for, this connection. See, you feel it because the devotee feels it. See, this is it. This is how it begins. That's why the Holy Spirit was there, because the devotee, Jesus, felt it. Therefore, those 11 were purified by that, and then it awakened in them too. See, they became like Jesus in this, and God used them like he used Jesus. So that's the guru, the real guru. It delivers you in that way. See, so all we're doing is, it's like, what does a minister do? They marry you, right? Marry you to a husband, and you go to the minister. Isn't that amazing? Well, that represents spiritually, when you go to the real top level minister, it's, you got to be the real deal, not just a minister. I went to theological school and I got my degree, or I went to Bhakti Shastra Guru and now I can marry you to the husband. And oh no, this is the next level. We marry you to God. You are, this is the real marriage. This is the eternal one. Those wives and husbands are going to drop dead sometime. And then what are you going to do? Oh, my husband died. Yeah. This husband never dies, man. He'll just go on and he'll pester you forever. You won't get rid of him. No way. So if you want that, then you got to get married by the bona fide guru, Shiksha Guru. The Shiksha Guru is generally your real Diksha Guru, because real Diksha is the awakening of spiritual devotion. Okay, it's fine. Get Diksha, the bananas and the fires and the big ceremonies, and you wear your nice white cloth and you're being presented to. This is the ceremony. It's like going to the Catholic Church and they give you a little wafer and give you some grape juice. Okay, wonderful. See? But that's the ritual. See? But Krishna says, I am the ritual. When you are born again, you become the ritual. You are the offering. Krishna says, I'm the offering. Well, my devotees are the offering. See? You're that wafer. You're put right in the mouth of the Lord. See, the grape juice. You're the grape juice, ecstatic devotion. He wants to drink that grape juice. You think you're drinking it? No, he's drinking it. But he's drinking it even when you're doing the ceremony, but you don't really know it. You don't know much at all. But when you're that wafer being offered and you're that grape juice, you know. See, you're that wafer being offered to the Lord. That piece of dry bread. Now you're wet with butter. And you're the ecstatic devotion being offered to the Lord. That's the grape juice he's looking for. Now this is the level we operate on here. Are you ready for this? Anybody ready?
Yes.
I'm looking right at Lolita. She's ready. She goes, yeah, I'm ready for that. I want to be the wafer. I want to be the juice. She's the juice. You can tell that she's a juicy one, huh?
Now you teach us to distinguish the eternal husband from the real husband, from the
mundane, material husband,
from the relative,
from the relative,
husband.
Yeah, we want to make you a relative of the absolute. We're here, not relative of the relative. Relative of the absolute. Much enduring forever. See,
eternal.
Yeah, Prabhupada's doing that. You notice the same thing. Just showing this is Bhagavatam. You got to be a devotee Bhagavatam and prove it. Can you distinguish the highest truth, the absolute truth, from the relative, from the illusion relative? It's a very distant relative to the Lord. It's his shadow. Can you do that? Then you're a devotee Bhagavat. Then people awaken. Yes, it's true. You are the bona fide spiritual master because you awaken devotion, not only in yourself, but in others who believe in your preaching. You enliven that bhakti in them. No one else can do this. That's bona fide, not boner, bona fide. Richard has met many boners in his devotional career. That's why he stayed alone, until you get the right association. Go ahead there, Tom.
Simurari replied, "My lord, I do not yearn for anything. However, grant me just one wish. May I sing only of your glories. May I be born in any situation, but birth after birth, I simply pray that I may remember and serve you in the association of your servitors."
That's it, man. Isn't that what we preach here? Only your glories. Is that being done here? Only absolute truth glory. Not even guru. I mean, this is why they hate this here. Woo, he's preaching. It's too rich. Too much wealth here. Absolute truth. Just like the book, right? Only chant your glories, only in the association of your real devotees. Man, are we in line or what? Are you in line? This is the line. Or are you in some other line out there? That doesn't, see, you got to be devotee Bhagavats. You guys are devotee Bhagavats here. You come in here and you look at the verse and you look at the lives of you guys here. And you look at the book, you look at the lives of devotees. Oh, you're right in line. See, amongst real devotees who have real bhakti, is real bhakti here? Yes or no? Is it a no-show or is it a show? Who wants to go to a no-show? I mean, it doesn't even make sense to me. Does it make sense to go, well, I'm going to a no-show today? Well, what good is that no-show? I want to go to a show that's inspiring. Not a no-show. See, this is the world. It's like that. Let's go to the no-show. No. Come to the real show if you got some intelligence. If Krishna's in you and giving you the right intelligence, go to the show where you're seeing the bhakti show, man. You're seeing the book Bhagavat living in your life. That means you found the real path, man. Not just in the book. Otherwise, it just stays in the book and you just read it and go over it, but it's not in your life. You're not awakened. Therefore, you're like a parable recipient. Just, the devotee can speak or speak in the book and you have ears, but you don't hear. You got a mind, but you don't understand. Okay? Here, the real thing is, it's in the book, it's in the lives of the devotees, man. It's a living testament. Live show, reality show, eternal, absolute reality show. That's what's going on here. Wouldn't you say?
Absolute vigraha.
Vigraha. Yes. Otherwise, you're just doing the Viagra out there.
That's a relative vigraha.
That's a relative vigraha. It's Viagra, When the body dies, you become stiff. Stiff.
It's also Mahamaya and Yoga Maya.
Yeah, the difference, yes.
Yeah.
That's what we teach here, the difference. Here, we're all about praising Yoga Maya and bashing Mahamaya. Smack her around a little bit. Put her in her place, man. What is this? You're trying to Mahamaya is trying to be supreme. Ha ha! You got a new kid on the block here, man. Yoga Maya here is supreme in this world now. Not Mahamaya. It's enough of that bullshit, man. Enough of those lies and cheating and deceptions and hypocrisy. Now we're going to bring Yoga Maya in here. We're going to have the little rascal come over here and take over. Krishna, through us, we're going to express the truth. You know.
I have a question for Lalita. Do you feel the sandwich position now?
She
I
wouldn't even
don't think about it. I don't think about it.
You feel the
I,
energy when you are in between the.
I didn't realize. No.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Shall I continue?
Absolutely.
Situation, but birth after birth, I simply pray that I might remember and serve the nation of your servitors. Oh my Lord, please do not place me in any situation where I may deviate from the absolute truth, forgetting that you are the Supreme Lord and I am your eternal servant.
So yeah, isn't that amazing? So we're always, when we find the association of the Lord's servitors and we become fixed in the absolute truth, we just stay there because it's so attractive. That's being fixed. That's going steady with Krishna. Okay. So we got everything. We got the absolute truth. We have absolute ecstasy, conclusive truth, and the association of devotees. As far as I'm concerned, this is the best place on this planet. You show me a better place. And if you think something else is better than real devotees and real absolute conclusive truth and real ecstasy, then you're an illusion. Okay? And if there's some place like this, it'll be like this. It'll have absolute conclusive truth. It'll be very ecstatic also. Okay, there's family members. Otherwise, it's not family yet. It's distant relative. They're out there in the relative truth, believing in illusions. I don't believe in illusion. I believe in absolute truth. And I feel the absolute truth. Therefore, I stay with that because it keeps everything clean. And clear and fruitful and boon after boon and ecstatic and lively and purified and beautiful and everything transcendently virtuous. Okay. Go ahead.
Well, this is really. Wherever you descend, accompanied by your eternal associates, I desire to be there as your insignificant servitor. Wow, my God.
And that also, you think, okay, you're going to wait 4,320,000,000 years for Lord Chaitanya to descend again? Or in some lesser incarnation where the Lord will express less? Are you ready for it now? Because when a real devotee associate of Lord Chaitanya is here and they're preaching like this, the door is open again. See, here's the same thing. Whenever the devotee descends, the Lord descends. Why not? They can't live without that life, so the Lord descends also. Therefore, the door is open again. Anybody want to be like Murari? Anybody got that desire? You want to be an associate of those pristine associates of the Lord in that particular place of Mayapur and Navadvip and Vrindavan? Because they got the whole ball of wax. Murari had he had Mayapur Krishna. He could participate in those pastimes. Also Lord Ramachandra and also Radha and Krishna. He had everything. Because if you love Lord Chaitanya, which he did, he automatically love Lord Krishna and Radha. Automatically, because who is Lord Chaitanya? He's Sri Krishna Chaitanya, right? Sri Krishna. Sri is Radha, Krishna. And that was the life of Lord Chaitanya. Chaitanya means life. His life was Sri Krishna. See, that's the meaning of his name. That's a revelation I had recently. I was wondering, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, why did he get that name? Oh, I see. He came to show the life of Radha and Krishna in this world. See, show! Hey, man, the big show. We got another big show going, man. Isn't that nice? Greatest show on earth is Radha Krishna love. Greatest show on earth, isn't it, Richard? Isn't that the greatest show on earth? Radha and Krishna. Vrindavan. Dham. Ki Jai. Amy Holloway says, that is what's so special. I read that here, okay. What else we got here? I love this. We are in line, no cloth line, and definitely no Coke line. Go ahead.
The Lord replied, so be it. So be it.
Yeah, so be it. So if you're asking the Lord for that, this is why this is our preaching. It's like, hey, man, this is available. Anybody out there like this? We're canvassing. We're out there selling our wares. What is this? Association with the devotees. See? And not deviating from the absolute truth. That's our shelter. That's our mushroom of Govardhan Hill. The pastimes of the Lord. See, so that's here. See, this is our what do you call our commodity that we're selling here, this kind of association. And everybody can compare it. You go look in the book. It says that there is the same potency here in this. Are we really representing that, or are we bullshitters? You know, are we pretenders? Are we hypocrites in that way? Or is that what you're reading in the book here? Go ahead.
So be it, so be it. Where was I? The Lord replied, so be it, so be it. I grant you this boon. Hearing this, a jubilant uproar from the devotees filled the air.
See, so how the Lord works, he works to reciprocate. What do you want? See, so this is our thing is, what do you guys want out there? You come here, it's like the Lord is saying, what do you want? Oh, go Hari and his friends. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, what do you want? Well, I want to be guru. I want to be this. I want to be that. I'm a wannabe. So, okay, you can pretend out there. See, this is for people who want that prayer. They have that prayer in their heart. And then the Lord does what? Well, so be it. There you go. Here it is. It's available. Did you know? You know, this hasn't been available like this for 550 years, my friends. Not since Srivas. After the Lord disappeared, there was Srinivas, and there was Narottam, and there was Shamananda. And then maybe a few scattered like Vishwanath Chakravarti a little bit later on. But not like this. This is a revival of what you're just reading there. You want the so be it? You know, that means you get that. And that's your eternal life, immortal life. It busts your illusion forever. No more birth and death. Because you get this. Isn't Murari an eternal prayer? Doesn't see that prayer is pristine. That prayer is why we're here. We were praying for that. May I have your conclusive understanding and your ecstatic worship and sing your glories with great devotion and ecstasy, and also in association with your real accepted servitors who love you and you love them, and we can see it with our eyes. They're not no-shows, which may be bullshitters or who knows what. We don't like, I'm not into no-show now. No, there's no more time for no-shows. Anybody out there greedy for God? Here's your chance to prove it, Narayan Mirage devotees. Are you really greedy for Krishna? Well, we got Krishna. And we prove it every day that Krishna likes us and we like him. No, he loves us and we love him. And we prove it. We're not no shows here. No, we don't show a tear. Wipe it. No, we don't. Well, I wipe the tears. There's so doggone many, you know. I can't go on chanting. The mucus is pouring out of my nose. How am I going to chant? I got to do it. I wish I didn't have to do it, but what are you going to do? This is the burden. It's the cloth. You have to be men of this kind of cloth, not the false cloths, the ecclesiastical cloth, the no-shows, all these classes without the ecstasy and the conclusive truth. The absolute truth, man. We can say, "Man, this is absolute, man. This is packs a punch."
Someone who wants is greedy, is receptive, is receptive.
Yeah. So and so, let us it's fine with me that Krishna sends us some sincere people like Richard and Amy and all you other guys, of course, but these new, people like that who really want the truth. They really want that. They want the sadhu sangha. They want to worship God in ecstasy in this juice that they see here, the shower, the no-show stuff. Who knows whether they have it or not? Maybe they're lying to you, which they usually are, actually. I can't, imagine that the Lord, they wouldn't figure it out after, a while that God wants this in this world, and it's time for it, man. Why wouldn't God want it in this world? We have all the books to preach its glories. The Lord ain't waiting. Prabhupada, that's why Prabhupada was so adamant. He would never stop translating. He wanted these books out because now's the time for this. Now I'm preaching from these books. The inner thing. Okay. Where is it? Go ahead, Tom.
Hearing this, a jubilant uproar from the devotees filled the air. All the Vaishnava devotees were naturally very affectionately disposed to Murari, who was always compassionate to all living beings. Oh.
See, a lot of people think compassion, he's all bleeding. Compassion is sometimes a thunderbolt. It's what's needed. Who's got that compassion? Well, the Lord Chaitanya had that compassion. He put a thunderbolt on Devananda Pandit and liberated him. And it wasn't with sweet words. It was with a roar. It was with the truth, man. Truth set him free. Everybody, who's going to set these gurus free like the Devananda Pandit? Their disciples can't set them free. They can't set them. So they're in a cocoon of their big false egos, thinking they're it. They're gone. And then they fall off the cliff and their disciples do. They're the blind leading the blind until you got Shuddha Bhakti, Satchidananda. You're still an illusion and you can't lead people to Vrindavan. You can lead them to a certain place, but you can't take them all the way. Hey, this is what we got going here in this world. And Lord Chaitanya, out of compassion, told the truth. It's always unpopular truth. Hey, you guys, Devananda Pandit, you're not qualified. You have no pure devotion. You're not a representative of Satchidananda. And I say that to all the gurus. If they're false deities, they'll break. How do they break? They get offended. But if they're a real deity out there and a real representative of Satchidananda, they will love this preaching. They'll think, my God, I wish I could have said that. But they won't, because most of them will break. And actually, if they break, that's their good fortune. They get some awareness. They don't have to die in their sin, man. There's no cloak for that sin of being a hypocrite, of telling your disciples you can deliver them Vrindavan and you can't. That you can even deliver them, but you can't. That's a lie. That's hypocritical. You have to be the empowered representative of the Supreme Lord. And then deliverance is there. We don't have to wait. There's no pie in the sky. This is the thing. False promises. Here they become true. People are delivered here. You can see with your own eyes. Lalita Ganga's delivered. River's delivered. Look at Tom. He's also faithful now. He's a completely different person than he was. Making good, steady progress. And so many others. See, you can see with your own eyes. No lie. No exaggeration. You know, what I'm preaching is so exaggerated, but it's not. It's so true. It's real. It's something tangible, substantial. You know, what's being said here comes true. Why? Because if God is using somebody, what they says through that somebody is going to come true. That's how you know. Even in the Bible, it says that. God was asked a question. How do we know who is a real prophet or a false prophet? Or in other Vaishnava terms, how do we know who is a real guru and a false guru? Or a real spiritual master and a false one? Or a real acharya and a false one? Oh, well, the ones that I'm really using, their words come true. The others don't. That's why you see people worshiping these gurus all the way, and then they die mundane. You're not eternal yet.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, if nothing happens, if you don't feel anything, if nothing happens, why do you stay there?
Yeah. You only stay there until something better comes along.
Yeah.
So here's the opportunity to see, well, is something better really here? Well, are we showing it on? We're showing it on all levels. We show it conclusively. We show that these conclusions come from real bhakti, and they're all confirmed in the book. And more than that, they're confirmed in the sadhus who come and listen. They're feeling enlivened, experiencing more deeper levels of the truth of God, feeling God's closeness. You show me any better confirmation in this world about anything, you won't find. This is what do you call a locked drum? Well, there's another word for it. I forgot what it is, but it's solid, man. Like Thor's hammer. This is what it busts the illusion. Those who come here and really listen, because they really want this, they really want intimacy with Krishna and God, they will get it. And you don't believe? Come and stay a while. And you can see others getting it. It's be inspiring. So inspiring, all that false ego that you cleaved yourself with, you'll think it's worth it to get rid of it. And you hang in there like River is hung in there. When's it going to end? Well, you don't worry. Just keep hanging in there. It'll, by and by. Look at her now, happy. This I love. That's your testimony. That's all of your Tom, that's your testimony. Is your life example. Lalita Ganga, your testimony, your life example. Yeah, now you can represent the truth by your experience. This is your heroic in that way. You want to be a real hero in this world. This is how you do it. Not this false heroes. These guys are false heroes. They don't deserve it. You deserve it simply by accepting the gift, accepting the association of some crazy guy here who is crazy wild. Speaking what he speaks, feeling what you're accepting that, you're finding, my goodness, this is really different. This is wild, but good, man, but more than that.
Good because it is wild.
It's good because it is wild. Yeah, yeah. The new
And when
world
thinking
order
about,
is coming by hook or crook. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
when
This
I'm
is
thinking
the
about
new
these
world order.
two
Go
different
ahead.
approaches from
Yeah.
Prahlad Maharaj and Hiranyakashipu. They both want, they have an approach that's very powerful,
Yeah.
but there's a big difference between Hiranyakashipu's approach and Prahlad Maharaj's approach.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's a real difference in living the living book here. There's a real difference in our approach and the other approaches. See, here we're approaching, you see, Prahlad approached the transcendental Lord closely, intimately, right? He wasn't afraid. He was in love with God. We approach the Lord not in fear, not in reverence, not with rules in between us. No, we just go up there and grab that Lord, man. I just grab, my Lord, you're my life, man. I can't exist without you. Just go and hug him. What do you think when you see devotees crying and laughing and all that? They're embracing the Lord. The Lord is so close. You're seeing God, and you're seeing the devotee. You're seeing God. You're seeing the devotee. It fluctuates. It was after a while. Is it God? Is it the devotee? Is it God? Is it? Yeah, it's both. That's how close these devotees are. This is called intimacy. The Lord impresses people through his devotees, and they're rare, to find, ones that really got it. You have to be really hollowed out, so there's, so the Lord can express, through a nice hollow flute. That means a lot of ecstatic worship for a long time. Then he's hollowing, he's building that flute, man, making it good. Right there, river, just hollowing it out, man, more and more. That's all it was. It's just the stuff coming out, It has to get it out, man. I want this thing. I want it nice and nice, where a nice breeze, my breath can go right through it and make a nice sound, without obstructions of all this other stuff. Go ahead, Tom. Sorry, I get a little wild here sometimes.
Yes. All the Vaishnava devotees were naturally very affectionately disposed to Murari, who was always compassionate to all living beings. Such was the purity of Murari's devotion, that merely his presence would transform anywhere into a holy place of pilgrimage, as transcendental as Vaikuntha. Whoa.
Yeah, and the way the devotee does it is by preaching, by ecstatic worship, by talking about Krishna and all that. It changes, isn't it? Don't you feel Vaikuntha here? I actually feel Vrindavan. It's more ecstatic. It's truthful here. It's you feel that the shelter is here. It transforms. Hari Katha, talking about the absolute truth, it makes the spiritual world appear. If I pause, Tom, that means go on.
Yeah. Okay, but I have a lot of feelings. I'm digesting your words also.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Okay, fine.
Yeah, the difference between this Vaikuntha and Vrindavan mood. And there are some subtle. They are very huge differences, like the difference between Vishnu and Krishna. Yes, that Krishna has four more as there are four differences. So these I was trying to see that.
Yeah, if you see Vaikuntha, it's a more respectful place, more subdued, more calm. If you see Vrindavan or Mayapur, the worship that they demonstrated then and now, wild. See, raw, informal, close, intimate, friendly, and disrespectful a bit. Irreverence, the word. Irreverent. See? Because if there's reverence there's too much of that. And the Lord likes, no, I like irreverence with my devotees. If they're my real devotees, it's fine. If you're not a devotee, irreverence is an offense. Right? Because it's like, I got no relationship with you. But if it's irreverent with his devotees, I like this because it can play. It's like, yeah, he can be himself and you can be yourself and you can overstep things. And the Lord likes it. He wants to play with us. What good is it to play when there's all these restrictions? But he only plays with his devotees.
Like his relationship with Arjuna.
Say that again there, Richard.
It's like Krishna's relationship with Arjuna.
Exactly, like that. Yeah, very informal. They actually slept together on the same bed. But that represents, esoterically, that's the devotee. The Lord is sleeping with his devotee. Hey, man, this is, an awakened condition. It's like, oh, yeah, the devotee and the Lord, they sleep together in that sense. Otherwise it's the Bhagavad Gita thing. We're in the Lord and he's not in us. We don't, really feel his presence.
Okay,
go ahead.
Yeah. Yes. Was always compassionate to all living beings. Such was the purity of Murari's devotion that merely his presence would transform anywhere into a holy place of pilgrimage, as transcendental as Vaikuntha. It is impossible to describe the greatness of Murari. Even the Supreme Lord advanced for the pleasure of Murari. Wow, this is dazzling what I feel now.
Yeah, the Lord appears for the pleasure of the devotee. That's why sadhu sangha is the way to enter into that realm of the pleasure of the Lord. See, because you see, we're teaching. Remember, this is not doing sadhana. This is about the pleasure of the Lord. See, I'm just doing this for the pleasure of the Lord. I want that pleasure, man, because that pleasure is my life. That pleasure is my purification. That pleasure is this preaching that he's doing there. The Lord appears for the pleasure of the devotee, and I'm here to teach about the pleasure of God. See? My pleasure is his pleasure is my pleasure. This is the teaching here. As it is. Otherwise, what are you learning? Is anybody teaching the pleasure of the Lord? The pleasure of the Lord is this ecstatic worship, man. This talking about the absolute truth, glorifying it. That's the pleasure of the Lord. Is anybody interested in that? Because if you're not, you'll be interested in the pleasures of this universe. Oh, and the greatest pleasure for a lot of these leaders is to be acharya, to have many disciples, to have big buildings and big money and Swiss bank accounts, to have worship of these followers. See, that's how Maya, that's the last snare of Maya offers you that before you get this. That's why you see, you go there. And when you abandon religion, you abandon it for what? For the real Krishna worship. For this. See, that's why the sincere come here first. The others who still want all that, they get that first. And then they get their followers who want that. And then this is when you finish with your toys. Those are just toys to play with in the world. It doesn't deliver you. It only delivers you here ultimately when you realize that ain't it. That ain't real bhakti, man. This is real devotion. This is real bhakti. This is the pleasure of God. And the Lord appears here every day for the pleasure of the devotees, right? Isn't that what that is? The appearance of the Lord is that pleasure. He is the pleasure. You notice they call it pleasure potency. It's a pleasure potency. That's, you want a guru, they should be in the pleasure potency. And if they are, they're going to be a lot of tears, a lot of ecstasy, and a lot of clear truth, a lot of clarity, a lot of logic, and very reasonable. See, full of reason. A reason to go here. See, the best reason that you can get is from devotees teaching this, because this makes it reasonable to come to the highest place. This is called the Uttamadikari, can convince people to come to the highest place, even though it's unknown to everybody. You know who we're worshiping here? Somebody, some personality who is inconceivable and unattainable. And only those who have the pleasure potency can make that real in this world and real to people, because they see it and they're taught about it from only that one unusual, rare person. That's why people are getting here. Look at it. You guys are getting the pleasure potency of the Lord simply because you believe in these words. You believe that this show is real, and it is. You compare this show here than what everybody else is showing out there, and see, you tell me what's more real, what's more substantial, what's more fun, what's more interesting. You show me any lectures, any guru tattvas, any gurus teaching out there. Yeah, this is guy. You want to represent the Krishna Vrindavan? You better have an all attractive show. And the only ones that it won't be attracted to those who are addicted to the false ego. See, and then they rage about it. No, it's okay. That's good. That's your purification. Show you where you're really at.
Oh.
Go ahead.
This realization that there is space around these 5 pictures here, these 5 pictures of people, and the space is very attractive, and people can transcendentally come into this space. They can be present here transcendentally.
Yeah, definitely. Good realization.
Lord Chaitanya then declared, all of you listen carefully. If one criticizes Murari, if anyone criticizes Murari, he cannot be saved by a million dips in the Ganga. In fact, the baths in the Ganga or even the chanting of Lord Hari's name will certainly destroy such a sinful wretch.
You notice how many people don't understand this point, and if they do, they can transcend this really big obstacle. Because it's like Daksha was a good example. Even though he followed so many rules, it was in the mode of goodness, a nice Brahmin, and all this, it completely overturned because of his criticizing Shiva, who was a real devotee, who had the real spiritual potency. See? So that was his downfall. But but in the long run, he became a pure devotee because of the mercy of Shiva. It's always a boon in that. But you got to see that's that path. You're destroyed. Even though you follow rules perfectly and all that, this is what they don't know. The people think, oh, I'm a vegetarian. I follow all these rules and everything. And then they blaspheme ecstatic devotees who are actually very intimate with the Lord. That overturns everything. It's just, everything becomes shite. That's it. It's just all shite now. See, and just because of that, that is the worst thing. But a person that accepts the devotees, they have another thing coming. All of a sudden, all their sins get exonerated and they can chant the holy name in ecstasy. That means the Lord ain't looking at any of your sins. You notice that? You can chant in ecstasy and bliss and have the Lord, and you still might have some little thing going on in the world and not some imperfection. Doesn't matter. The Lord says, I don't care. I'm giving you myself anyway. You're coming in the right direction, in the right path. You're associating with my real devotees who really know me, and you accept them where even though thousands of people don't. You know, most Vaishnavas don't accept this preaching. Have we ever even got an invitation to ISKCON or anywhere? Even though that we really have the Lord genuinely, people can see and everything, we never even get an invitation anywhere, do we? Nobody even listens. That shows you what we're dealing with. What?
On the contrary,
Yeah.
they chase us away.
Chase us away. Yeah. See, this is how little people know of the Lord that we're preaching. See, but even to have 9 people listening, or how many people we usually, 10 people listening, is a miracle, actually, because we're in the land of Maya. Even in religion, most Vaishnavas are still in religion. They don't know the spiritual potency. They may, at best, just talk about it. Oh, memorize verses of Rupa Goswami. But actualization of that intimacy is very rare. That's why even though they're Raganuga, like Narayan Maharaj group, it's a Raganuga Sangha, right? It says purebhakti.com, right? Purebhakti.com, right up there. Pure Bhakti? Yeah. Pure Bhakti, I'm going to tell you guys what pure Bhakti is when it's in your body. Oh, no, that's many lifetimes, but we're at purebhakti.com. Well, I'm sorry, man. There's a little hypocrisy in that. You're not coming in line yet. In line means pure bhakti means it's in your temple. Your body is that temple. See? You got to be representing pure bhakti. See? And that means you got to come to where pure bhakti is represented in person. See, we're worshiping who? Personality of Godhead. He sends his representative. It's a person, right? See? Are you accepting that person, their personality? Otherwise, you'll never know who the Lord is. You're just always just in the verses you're memorizing and all that. Then it'll be many lifetimes for you. Look, is it many lifetimes for Lalita Ganga to get prema? How about you, River? Look, you got some prema also? Look at Tom, he's got some prem. So it's not a many lifetime thing. It's now in this lifetime, simply because it's being given. The gift is being given. The good news is out. See, Narendra says, no matter who likes or not cares anyway, don't bother about them, the religionists and the Vaides. Let them do our ways. Yeah, I want to bother about them a little bit. I want to help them. I'm here to serve Prabhupada. These are his devotees. They got to learn their lessons. They got to see that, who's top dog here. Top dog is Krishna. Yeah, top dog is Krishna, and where is Krishna working through? See? And that's where you go. Otherwise, you go into those who are not top dogs. Krishna's not working through his spiritual potency. Got to find out, because that's where deliverance is, man. You got to get contact with the spiritual potency. And you notice people come here, they get purified. Stuff comes out of them. That's got to come out, man. The power is here to purify people. It's not there. I look at these poor devotees. They don't have the power to purify their disciples and the gurus and the disciples. They carry the sannyasis. They carry all this stuff. They can't get rid of it until you find where Krishna is working in his spiritual potency. So it may be many lifetimes for them. Or for those who are, see, like Jesus said, I have sheep in many different folds. So Krishna has, and Prabhupada has, sheep in many different folds, and also the folds of Narayan Raj Group, ISKCON, Gaudiya Math. There are people there that are looking for this, but that's why I don't put a shade over the truth. I don't put a shade over the ecstasy now. Why? To deliver people. You got to see the ecstasy. You got to see the conclusive understanding. Here, you got to hear it. And if you hearken to that, it's like your heart says, oh yeah, it's time, so we're free, we're draw those people. Okay, hey man, give me one Amy and one Richard. Over thousands of persons who are not sincere. Who wants to? I don't want to bother with all those persons. But the preaching goes out. Many are called and few are chosen. Okay, many are called. Hey man, the call goes out to many, thousands, millions. And the few are chosen. The few are chosen. The Lord says, okay, go there. Now, this is what you've been looking for. See, no more bushel, no more shade over that light. It's being revealed. Revelation, okay? And no more shade over that conclusive truth. It's being revealed. Spoken boldly, clearly, loudly, roared all over the planet now. So, you can come. We got assistants too. Look at you guys, man. You're assisting really look at that. Go in there making all these books, man, transcribing, going out there, meeting the people. We got assistants. And Ladita giving her nice classes, River giving classes, Tom playing his guitar. Man, we got revival here. Everybody can come. You can come and become a personal assistant. Otherwise AI is after you. AI says, I'm your personal assistant. After a while, you'll be her personal assistant there. That's where it's all going, man. She's tricking you. Maya does. You think you got a personal assistant there? No. You're going to be assisting Allegra, or what's her name? Electra? Who's that AI thing?
Madhusudana, he knows.
Yeah.
The name.
Yeah, so here you become a personal assistant here. See, very personal. Assisting the Lord's transcendental work. I mean, this is really confidential. Engage in the confidential service of the Lord. This is how it works. Madhavinda Puri got ecstatic devotion. And the Lord said, because of your ecstatic devotion, I'm going to deliver the world. And so he went around and engaged so many people in the ecstatic, loving service of the Lord. That's what we do here. That's our work. That's the empowerment here. Ask Christina, is she engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord? It's all over her face, man. She's intoxicated. Can you see intoxicated? She knows. Krishna is her life. Is Krishna your life, Christina? Are you dedicated?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, man. Once you know him, that's fabulous. It's the only truth there is. It's the only beauty there is that is existing is Krishna. There is no other beauty in my life. Really. Yeah.
So that's it. He's all attractive. And that's what's here. You want that all attractive one. His ecstasy is all attractive, and his truth is all attractive. The only thing why Krishna is not attractive to everybody, even Vaishnavas, this level, this Shuddha Bhakti is not attractive, is because of the contamination that we've been immersed in this world. It makes us adverse to Krishna. Just like Jarasandha. Jarasandha followed the rules perfectly, man. He was a saintly king. He gave charity to Brahmins. He followed all the rules strictly. He never lied, at least in the mode of goodness type thing. But he hated Shuddha Bhakti. He hated Krishna Vrindavan. See, that's why good is not good enough. Being a good devotee, a good follower of Vishnu is not good enough. See, we're here for those to bring them to the next platform, whoever is ready to go. And if not, you just by this presence here, it gets you ready. It doesn't matter you don't understand what we're doing. Just go and rage a little bit about us and get all that stuff out of you. Who else is going to be able to do it? Who else has the kahunas to do it? I know what's happening. You rage here, you're that much closer to Krishna. Otherwise, you die with that rage. At least you got it out here. We absorb it here. There's spiritual power here. The Lord takes it on his back, man, absorbs it, man, and there's more room for the truth. It's like Kalya. Kalya was fighting Krishna. Krishna jumps right in. This preaching is just jumping into the contamination. Isn't it? He jumps right into the poisoned Harikatha river. It's like here, we jump right into the poisoned Harikatha river, that's going out into the world. Just jump right in. He just jumped in, started swimming around, making a lot of waves. We jump in, make a lot of waves in ISKCON and Gaudiya Math, Gaudiya Shmini, around a lot of waves. And the Kalya comes out. Kalya came out and started biting Krishna, right? It doesn't have any effect here. Biting. Yeah. And after a while, coughing up blood, and all this stuff. After a while, and his vision cleared. Oh my God, my Lord is here. I was just contaminated with all this stuff. Okay? It's always like that. Jesus preached the same thing. They whipped him and everything, and they said, with every whip, we are healed. Look at Jagai and Madai. Madai busted a pot over Nitai's head, and Nitai was in ecstasy. He said, oh, now I lay claim to this person. It says that right? Chaitanya. Now I own him. Okay? And he became a pure devotee. Not that we advocate busting things over devotees' heads, but, it just doesn't matter. You can't get out of the trap. The Lord wants people to understand the truth, to get them free, man. This world of Maya is such a terrible place. This shadow, can you imagine? People are living in darkness and they think it's light. It's a terrible thing. That's hell, to be living in darkness and think it's light. No, this is light, man. That's why we show. Got to show the light. Show it. That's what it's all about. Showing the light, man. Being the light. Well, bringing the light forth. It's more better. Conclusive.
I continue.
Smart man.
It's about position. We were talking about this position. Murari Gupta, the Supreme Lord is Gupta. The Supreme Lord is Gupta, secretly seated in Murari's heart. Secretly seated in Murari's heart, Gupta. This is the spiritual import of Murari Gupta's name. This is the spiritual import of Murari Gupta's name.
So that's how it is in everybody. The Lord is secretly in our heart, right? Such a secret nobody knows. It's so secret, right? Bhakti is secret and all that. Well, there's sometimes comes a time when the Lord says, like he said when he came into here, he came as Krishna and then he disappeared and think, for a long time I have not revealed the secret of bhakti to the world. Nobody knows. People think other things is the highest truth. Oh, renunciations, austerities, fasting, that's the truth. No. The Lord says, for a long time, people have not seen the truth of Vrindavan, this ecstatic love of my devotees for me, for the transcendental Lord of Vrindavan, Krishna. They have not seen love of Krishna. Therefore, they have no desire for it. It's secret. It's Gupta. It's hidden. It's hidden in my heart and hidden in the hearts of everybody in the world. Who's going to reveal it? Well, then the Lord sends somebody, or he comes himself as Lord Chaitanya. Okay? We're part of that line. We're here revealing the Gupta, the secret, not keeping it secret, not like Prabhupada keeping it, Bhakti Siddhanta keeping it secret, Bhakti Vinod keeping it more secret. No, revealing that, see, revelation of that secret. Then people can know it. Otherwise, it's just Gupta, secretly in the. This is what Lord Chaitanya was the secret of the preaching, why people got delivered. Lord Chaitanya went to Advaita and Nityananda and said, okay, now reveal, give this pure bhakti to even the lowest persons. Reveal it, show it. Show it, demonstrate to the world. Otherwise, nobody will know or be attracted to it. No one will get purified. You just keep it in your heart. Okay. So now you notice preaching goes on now. People get purified here because we're not holding that secret back. We're bringing it out. Bhakti is secret. Well, we're bringing it out publicly now. The Lord wants it. Prabhupada ordered it. Bring it out, because whoever will accept this preaching, whoever will accept this preaching will be delivered. You'll feel it. It's not like pie in the sky thing. You will feel enlivened by this preaching because it's truth. You'll be enlivened by this emanation. See, now that means, you're becoming attracted to what's transcendental. Very nice. That's your good fortune. Go ahead, Tom.
Chanting Krishna's name. Chanting Krishna's name. The Vaishnava devotees began to weep in ecstasy. The Vaishnava devotees began to weep in ecstasy, seeing how Lord Chaitanya had showered his mercy upon Murari. Wow. To see how it works. Yes, this mercy. It's.
Wouldn't you like to be in a place where people are chanting Krishna's name and weeping in ecstasy? That's here. Where else is it? You found associate to Lord Chaitanya. Those who are associated to Lord Chaitanya, they chant Krishna's name and weep in ecstasy. What's so hard about finding the real association in Sadhu Sangha? What, do you want to go to the no-shows? People who chant Krishna's name and you don't see any ecstasy? What kind of show is that, man? When this show is available, man, that means revelation. That means deliverance is here. People become associates of the Lord here. Especially when you start chanting Krishna's name and weep in ecstasy. I love it. So simple truth, man. Doesn't that make sense there, Richard? Good, plain, simple truth, man. You found the real Sangha, man. You found people who chant Krishna's name and weep in ecstasy. The book says it's true place, right? The sadhus say, yeah, man, I like this chanting Krishna's name and weeping in ecstasy. Ask Christina. You like weeping and laughing like a mad woman? Look at that smile on your face.
I love it. And Krishna, sometimes he captures me. Then I cannot get away anymore.
I think you captured Krishna too. Shama Sundari says, love it. Go ahead. Get me more inspired. I like inspiration.
Anyone who hears these pastimes of Lord Chaitanya's extraordinary magnanimity will receive Krishna Prem.
There you go, man. You not only hear it, you gotta, where you hear it, where you see it. Then you could say, otherwise you hear from people where you don't see it. Therefore, you don't really hear it. You got to see it first and then hear it. And then when you see it, you hear it. And when you hear it, you see it. And then you feel it. You become one of the weepers. Hey, man, there's nothing better than weeping, chanting Krishna's name and weeping in ecstasy. You show me anything that's more fun than that. That's the Harinam game, man, we're playing. Go ahead there.
While Murari and Sridhara wept in Krishna Prema. While Murari and Sridhara wept
See,
in
what is this
Krishna Prema.
thing? Many lifetimes to have Krishna Prem. Krishna Prem is right deep in. You don't see that going on here. That's Krishna Prem. What is this many lifetime thing? We're show, not no show. We're show. Show and tell and experience. Anybody who believes this preaching, which is very true, very real, will get Krishna Prem easily. That's how it's distributed. You know, you see it and you like it, and then you hang out with the devotees. You develop faith in their association. You like being in their association, and then you're captured by Krishna Prem. It's very captivating, man. It's just like you gotta weep for the Lord, man. Then oh, Radha's here. She's weeping for the Lord. I got association with Radharani. Very nice. Oh, that's perfect. Very happy. Shri is with me. And then Krishna automatically is there. Oh, yeah, here you go. All kinds of revelation and realizations. That's the Lord. He's the conception of the absolute truth. And Radha's conception is very sweet, very amazing, very intimate. See, that's comes from her love. And that's what we're about here. We're in the real line. We're in the Gaudiya Vaishnava line. The real one, not the practice line. Not the false followers, the no-showers. The real line, you read it in the book, the devotees were weeping in prema. You see over here, the devotees weep in prema. See, you look in the book, this is the living book. You look in the book, and you see the life is here. You come into the life. You're in the real line. Finished. It's finished. You ready for that? Or you want to take more lifetimes to figure it all out? Here it's all figured out. It's very nice, very simple, very clean, very clear. Getting more clear every day, more reasonable. See, we're reasoning, like St. Paul said. We would reason with the people, with the Pharisee. They reason with people, see, to show them that, hey, man, it's the most reasonable thing to do is to come in this door here and be happy forever. It's the most reasonable thing to go and learn about the absolute eternal truth. Most reasonable. You'll be the most reasonable person. You'll be more reasonable than many of these great philosophers who couldn't reason like this. See, Socrates, he was a great personality, but couldn't reason like this to this extent. See, Lord Chaitanya didn't come until afterwards, after Socrates. Amy, see it, hear it, then you feel it. So simple and powerful. See it, yeah, see it and hear about it, and then you feel it. That's the simple truth and very powerful. Okay, she's right in line. This is amazing. Simple waitress. I like it. Krishna sends us bad housewives, simple waitresses, women hooked up to machines, dialysis, solitary confiners, soloists, guitar players, and another housewife over there. Go ahead, Tom.
While Murari and Sridhara wept in Krishna Prema, being in front of the Lord, Lord Chaitanya chewed on the betel pan, making loud cracking sounds. I don't know the symbolic meaning of this.
Well, it's not symbolic. He just was chewing on pan, making loud cracking sounds.
But what does it mean? What does it mean, chewing on pan?
Oh, Johnny it's kind of an intoxicant. It's kind of like drinking a cup of coffee.
Okay.
Yeah. See,
Lord
even the
Chaitanya-
Lord was chewing on pan,
Okay. Lord Chaitanya then returned his benign glance on Haridas and called out, Haridas, look at me. Your body and birth is superior to mine. Your class and caste is more elevated than mine. Although that sinful Muslim tormentor inflicted great pain on you, yet in my heart I hesitate to punish him for that. Would surely disturb you.
You see how the Lord says your caste is better than mine. Your class and your caste. So he was acting as a sannyas. And just like I'm taking the position as a material, mundane, he would do that often. And he's saying, oh, you're a Sudra, but your class and caste is better than mine because you're part of the Gopa community, or Gopi, whatever, the transcendental community. That's the caste of a devotee. You're a devotee. You're part of the transcendental caste. Everybody else is a cast away in this world. They've been cast away. And so your caste and your class, see, class of a devotee is higher. True Vaishnava has real devotion, is higher than a Brahmin sannyasi in the ashram, the Varna ashram system. Okay, so the Lord wanted to make that point. Because a lot of people didn't know that back then, just like they don't know that now. The caste and class of devotees here, the ones that are ecstatic ones especially, is higher than these sannyasis and gurus who are just sannyasis maybe. Even if they're strict, even if they're honest, if they don't have this ecstatic devotion, the caste of the people just coming here just for a few years is higher than theirs. The caste of who is it? What's her name? Christina. Christina is higher than the big sannyasi there if they don't have that bhakti, and usually they don't. See, this bhakti makes you a queen, above everything. It's that great. It's that fantastic. It brings you close to the transcendental Lord. What else is better than that? It's better to be close like Christina with Krishna than it is to be Donald Trump with all his followers and all the world saying, oh, Donald Trump. Ah! This Christina is more dear to God, has a higher caste than that, higher class than that. Isn't that amazing? I think that's amazing. And it's amazing. People are in such illusion to know the most illustrious personalities are part of this group here. If you have devotion, ecstatic devotion, and have this intimacy with the Lord, you're of the highest class and the highest caste, which is transcendental caste. People need to know, otherwise they think, oh, hanging out with persons that are superficially big in this world is something important. No, association like this is like diamonds, is like real wealth that lasts forever. Yeah, can you imagine having wealth that lasts forever? Gold doesn't last in your life forever, but this gold does. Krishna lasts forever in your life. This relationship stays with you forever. This liberates you. You become like a Narada Muni if you want to just go around. All the universe. You can go in any universe.
Any progress we make is eternal in the spiritual advancement.
Yeah,
It's like in this physical world, if we don't finish something, it's incomplete. But
yeah.
in spiritual advancement, everything that you welcome in, it stays with you forever. It's yours. It's eternal.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, that's how it is. You're right there, Richard. Okay, I think it's time for me. I got to move around a little bit. Otherwise, I'll start wearing myself out more. Okay, so thank you everybody for coming. And if you missed any of this, you can watch the replay if you want. And yeah, Hare Krishna. Thank you for your association. Lalita, River, Christina, Richard, Tom, Narendra, Madhumango, Shama Sundari, Cole, Amy, Francis. What else we got here?
Karuna,
Shamagori,
Karuna.
Karuna. Haven't seen much of him today. Oh, he's sleeping. Listening with wide eyes and open mouth. That's great. Okay. Hare Krishna, everyone. We'll see you later. Huh? I think I'm gonna travel a little bit. I'll go down the road a little bit, see what's in the next frontier here.